Well, howdy there, partners. Welcome on it. Whoops. Oh, my camera's wrong. Welcome in, Dancorio. Hope you're having a good day. Rusty Tomato. I haven't seen him in a couple days, that little scamp. I haven't seen that little feller in a bit. We are back to this painting. We're going to finish this puppy today, ideally. So we've finished the top half skadoodly-doo. And I'm super happy with how outrageous and ridiculous it is. So this is going to be a lot of fun. This is now totally dry, which is fantastic. So we can finish off the unicorn today. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be too bad. So we're going to attempt to finish this. He does have rainbow hoofs, so I have to keep that in mind. I don't want to miss out on the rainbows. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow. But yeah, hope everyone is having a super-duper-duper day. It's been busy, as always, productive, which is good. And I'm super excited to be back, and I'm super excited to be working on this piece again, because honestly, it's been a couple of weeks since we've gotten to work on it. But yeah, so I'm pumped. Let's see if we can get the whole painting in the shot here. There we go. It's gonna be a little bit further away, but I think that's okay. Pump up the jam. Pump. Actually, you know what's really funny is this camera is 100% not doing the obnoxiousness of these colors anywhere near as much justice as it should be, Mr. Frodo. Mr. Frodo, Mr. Frodo! There's a Nazgul on a unicorn, Mr. Frodo! We're going to add a lot more sparkles, and we're going to add sparkly lava. Alright, we're going to do that. Lock it right there. Yeah, so today what we're going to be working on is the unicorn itself. I'm going to maybe crankle the brightness down just a little snoodle pop. There we go. You can see it. Awesome. Yeah, hope you're having a good day. I'm going to adjust the bright skadoodly-doo. Just a little snumble. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. And then let's adjust that autofocus a little bit. There we go. Looking okay. Heckety beckety boo. Skeet-up-a-diddly-doo. And Scoopy-doo. I wanna be like you. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doodly-doo. Doodly-doo. Oh, I hate when that happens. I had a job where my paycheck would either always be late or would bounce, so that can be really frustrating. Hope it all works out. Hope it all works out for you. And here we go again on our own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Well, so we are going to need some, well, actually, pretty much we're going to need all the colors of the rainbow. And we'll paint with all the colors of the rainbow. We're going to need, well, actually, you know what we're going to need? We're going to need flippin' Roy G. Biv is what we're going to need. Sign up for a gym. Nice. Time to get healthy. Everyone needs some health sometimes. You had the brightness that high? For what? I do need to have the brightness up because it is a little bit, it's a little bit dark in here, honestly. And my light is really, really far up. Yeah, I needed to just sort of scooch that up a little bit. It was actually just the camera setting. The light hasn't changed. Yeah, I think, so the camera settings were brighter because the painting I was working on yesterday was really, really big, so it looked incredibly dark, and I forgot to turn it back up. Andrea, hello, Andrea. How you doing today? Are these the natural colors? I'll be honest, they are so much punchier. They are so much punchier in real life. Like this is like purple magenta, and it does look like that to an extent. Schmuckleberry, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going, Big Man? Hello. And Crack 3D Fax Studio. Big Man, hello. Thank you for doing the shout out for Andrea. How about that? How neat is that? Bickman, Oreo, Crack 3D Fox Studio, Andrea, Schmuckleberry. Hi, Schmuckleberry. How's it going? But yeah, so it needs a little bit of punch skadoodle from an actual picture, but it looks good in person. That's fine. Heck to the yeah. Oh, we've got a Thalo-Thespian. Oh, what? A Thalo-Thespian Schmuckleberry. Let's do it. Saved your streak. Nice. Nice. Quick 10-minute nap. Oh my gosh, a nap sounds so good right now. So Schmuckleberry, let me finish scraple-bapling my palette first, and then we're going to do that Thalo-Thespian. We should start off every stream with Lord of the Rings. You love it. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad, friend. How's everyone's day going? Andrea, Crack, Bickman, Schmuckleberry. I hope you're all having a really good day. I'm very excited to be back to this painting. And look, it's dry. There's no paint transfer. This took forever to dry. Oh, the frog? The frog is doing... I haven't seen him in a couple days, but last time I saw him, he was thriving. I do really want to share a picture of my garden, like a before and after, because it was a dumpster fire before. But yeah, I'll probably go out and do a little bit of gardening tonight. I didn't quite finish what I needed to do last night because I got out... Was that last night? No, it was the night before. The night before I went out at like 8:30. I think he's in there, but like it's so thick now. Like the plants are so robust, but that it's very hard to see. He was a tiny boy too. And hold me closer, tiny froggy. I'm just spending points. Feeling spendy. Ooh, Schmuckleberry going on a point. Well, if you are feeling spendy right now, we do have a community challenge going. When we reach 500,000 channel points, DigiSquatch and I will be playing a Sasquatch hunting game. He'll be the Sasquatch, I'll be the hunter, or / the hunted. And we'll be doing that live on Twitch. It's going to be our first co-op game, Digi and I, ever together on stream. So we've played co-op games off stream, but never on stream. So you guys will get to see our gaming dynamic. It's something. It's something. Crack, Big Man, thank you for contributing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I am doing my second ever multi-stream. So I am actually currently streaming to YouTube as well. I do have a YouTube. I am actually starting to post live streams and shorts on there. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, there's no pressure. I'm just doing it to see what happens. But if you guys want to follow or whatever it's called over there, subscribe. I don't actually know what it's called. But yeah, I'm starting to do that and I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent with me social medias. So it's a little bit of extra work, but it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, so subscriptions. Well, if you guys want, you can go subscribe on the YouTubes. If you guys feel like it, go check it out. There's some stuff on there. Yeah, there's actually finally stuff. Like, there's a few things on me tubes, but not a lot. Not a lot. But, yeah. Oh, I'll get it. You'll learn, baby. You'll learn. All right, so we are going to do a Thalo-Thespian. Yeah, it was super duper exciting. Yesterday, I did a stream to make up for Tuesday's stream. I had a photo. Woo, that was so close to nicking me thumbsies. Ouchie. Okay, that was very close. I almost cut myself again. Anyway, so, what the heck was I saying? Oh, it was super exciting. We actually started a brand new hyperrealism. We had a photo shoot on Tuesday, so I streamed it yesterday. But I've been waiting over a year to start the painting. I stabbed myself so bad with my my palette knife yesterday too. So lots of nicks and sticks and tricks. What is it got in its nasty little palette knives? And the funny thing is, with the palette knife yesterday, I had cadmium orange on the palette knife. I'm like, let's get some cadmium directly into the bloodstream. Oreo, thanks for hopping over there. We paint in oil, not blood. No, we're not Klingons. We're not, well, as far as I know. There might be a couple Klingons. Glory to you and your house. Now I want to watch Star Trek. I love it. All right, kiddos, we are going to do a Thalo-Thespian. Oh, capital. Is it a Thalo-Thespian? and brought to you by Professor Narwhal. Let's get to our place in the book. Well, hello there, my friends. Welcome to Thespian. A wonderful... Oh no, I lost my place in the book. No! Hold on, I'll find it. There we go. When last we saw our characters, Bilbo Baggins had mysteriously disappeared from his birthday party, and Frodo and Gandalf were discussing the aftermath. And he became the master of bagging and the owner of the One Ring. So, here we go. As master of Bag End, Frodo felt it his painful duty to say goodbye to the guests. Rumours of strange events had by now spread all over the field, but Frodo would only say, no doubt, everything would be cleared up in the morning. About midnight, the carriage... You know what? We might have read this part. Yep, we read this part. Hold on, skipping ahead. Frodo was waiting on the step, smiling, but looking rather tired and worried. He welcomed all the callers, but he had not much more to say than before. His reply to all inquiries was simply this: Mr. Bilbo Baggins has gone away, as far as I know, for good. Some of the visitors he invited to come inside, as Bilbo had left messages for them. Inside the hall, there was piled a large assortment of packages and parcels and small articles of furniture. On every item there was a label tied. There were several labels of this sort. For Aladard Took, for his very own, from Bilbo, on an umbrella. Allard had carried off many of the unlabeled ones. For Dora Baggins, in memory of a long correspondence with love from Bilbo, on a large waste paper basket. Dora was Drogo's sister and the eldest surviving female relative of Frodo and Bilbo's. She was 99 and had written reams of good advice for more than half a century. For Milo Burrows, hoping it will be useful from B.B., on a gold pen and ink bottle. Milo never answered letters. For Angelica's use from Uncle Bilbo, on a round convex mirror. She was a young Baggins and too obviously considered her face shapely. For the collection of Hugo Bracegirdle from a contributor, on an empty bookcase. Hugo was a great borrower of books, and worse than usual at returning them. For Lobelia Sackfield Bagginses, as a present, on a case of silver spoons. Bilbo believed she had acquired a good many of his spoons while he was away on his former journey. Lobelia knew that quite well. When she arrived later in the day, she took the point at once, but she also took the spoons. This was only a small section of the assembled presents. Bilbo's residence had got rather cluttered up with things in the course of his long life. Sorry, the puppet's slowly falling off. Okay. Not, of course, that the birthday presents were always new. There were one or two old mathams of forgotten uses circulated around the district, but Bilbo had usually given new presents and kept those that he received. The old hole was now being cleared a little. Every one of the various parting gifts had labels, written out personally by Bilbo, and several had some point or some joke. But of course, most of the things were given where they should be wanted and welcome. The poorer hobbits, especially those of Bagshot Row, did very well. The old gaffer got 2 sacks of potatoes, a new spade, I lost my place, a woolen waistcoat, and a bottle of ointment for creaking joints. Old Rory Brandybuck, in return for much hospitality, had gotten a dozen bottles of the old Wynyard, a strong red wine from the South Farthing, and now quite mature, as it had been laid down by Bilbo's father. Rory quite forgave Bilbo, and voted him a capital fellow after the first bottle. There was plenty of everything left for Frodo, and of course all the chief treasures, as well as the books, pictures, and more than enough furniture, were left in his possession. There was, of course, no sign nor mention of money or jewelry. Not a penny piece or a glass bead was given away. This has been Thespian. Schmuckleberry, thank you for redeeming. We will return to Bilbo later. All right. Welcome back. We're back from Philo Thespian. All right, kiddos, we're gonna mix some pretty obnoxious colors today. As I said, we're gonna be hopefully finishing this little feller up. So we're gonna work on the body. Oh, Nazgulicorn body. Yes. Okie dokie doodly doo. But yeah, what's everyone up to today? What is everyone's plans for the weekends is? I actually have a boatload and a half of work to catch up on over this upcoming weekend. So it is going to be, as always, busy. But yeah, super excited about that. I'm preparing for, oh, sweet. Hi, Hub. Howdy doodle there, friend. I'm glad he enjoyed it. You know, I always enjoy talking through a narwhal puppet. Oh, yep, gotta do that. We do that with fishes. Digi eats a lot of fish. And sometimes it doesn't smell fishy at all. Other times it's like, do we live in an aquarium? Aquarium. Okay, we're also going to need some some cerulean. Actually, I should probably just move the camera. But yeah, it was so exciting to start that new painting yesterday. There's not much to show, otherwise I would have been posting an update on that. Right now, it just kind of looks like a black circle, which is fine. That's just that's where it be, and that's how it do. But yeah, we're gonna be working on that over the next like month, 2 months, something like that. Whilst I work on the croquet piece off stream. But it's really cool to finally start that. It's been over a year that I've been waiting, so pretty neat. I'm really jazzed about it. Cooking fish in his home. I mean, yeah, I get it, because it can be rather smells good. The other one is broccoli. Let's be honest, you microwave broccoli, you better open that window. The nice thing is, it is beautiful out today. It's in like the low 70s. It's overcast. It's so nice. All right, I need some napkins. There we go. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. Bum bum bada bum bum. Psh, da da dun dun dun. Cult of Dogs. Ooh, well, thank you for the follow. Cult of Dogs. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a hoot and a holler of a day. I'm B. Diesel. I'm a traditional painter, drawer, and you know what? Professional rambler. Today we are working on a... how do you even describe it? Completely bizarre piece of a Nazgul riding atop a unicorn. We call it the Nazgulicorn, is what we call it. We still are in Satan's swamp. But at least you're hearing some pretty sick fiddle music, right? Like if he's hanging around down there, I mean, I hear he plays a mean fiddle. Plays a mean fiddle. Also hear some through the microphone. You ready? Ready? Crack, did you get that? That was some cool weather via blow dart. There might have also incidentally been some high C in there as well. Johnny does it better. That's true. He's looking for a silver steel. That's quite the song. That is a bop. Boppenstein is going to be my new legal name, by the way. I'm legally changing my name to Boppenstein. It's Boppen. I don't know why. It just popped in my head. Literally just now. All right. Pumpity, jumpity, do. But yeah, my goal is to finish this painting. I started a painting of a deer / Pegasus / unicorn. I found out that a unicorn Pegasus hybrid is called an alicorn. So I am going to call him a dalicorn because he's a deer alicorn. So I'm going to be working on that tomorrow. So that's pretty neat. I'm going to do a couple more florals for next Thursday. For those of you who don't know, I am doing an art shop drop next Thursday at 6:30 Central. We're also going to be doing a really fun craft. My friend Ninjicorn for my birthday got me a really cute garden stone that's shaped like a hedgehog. So we're going to be painting that as well. I think it'll be super duper fun. Alrighty. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you got it. I apologize if it nicked your jugular. It happens. You know, it does happen. All right, let's get a little bit of naphthol. A naphthol. Woohoo. Just a little bit of that. And then we're going to do a little bit of black and we're going to do a little bit of brown, and then we should be good to go on our colors. Again, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to paint with all the colors of the wind. That's just how we live our lives here. And it's now or never. We ain't going to live forever. So let's just go ahead and paint with all the colors of that there wind. Just hello, friend. Welcome and happy Thursday. Justano, thank you for contributing. How's your day going? I hope you're super de-dupes. Vitamin C just means I don't have to eat it. Boom. It's just so beautiful, you know? Just cut out the middleman. Cut out skadoodly-doo, the middleman. Justano, I hope you're having a super duper day. The paint spread. Oh yeah, there's some good colors on here. See your true colors shining through. Oh, Phil Collins, what are you talking about? But yeah, we are really, really close to our goal. I'm super duper excited. I think we're over 80%. I did extend the deadline again today. Like I said, we're just gonna keep extending it until we reach our goal, because we've come this far, you know, we've come this far. Gosh darn it, we gonna do it. I'm just watching Jake, how's it going? Day continues, can't stay for long, but always want to stop in for a few. I really appreciate it. The day continues. And then I think we're going to do a little bit of purple. Let's do some ultramarine violet. Violet? You're turning violet. Violet? All right. I have to say it. It's like a tick that I have. Okay. Then we've got that blue on there. Blue. All right, really, really nice purple ultramarine. It looks super, almost black on the palette, but it is an incredibly strong punch skadoodly purple. Punch skadoodly doo. All right, so first things first, I don't think we're going to need to mix a ton of colors. The funny thing about this painting is a lot of it, you just lay down white and then you kind of layer the rainbowy colors on top of it, which is just super funny to me. Actually, we're going to switch over to Discord because I have all those pictures saved on there. So many syllables. Love it. Make pop culture references? No. I never do that. What are you talking about? Okay. There we go. Alrighty, Roo. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to need to mix too many things. I say we just go for it. Go for it. So let's... Okay. You know, it's just... This Nazgul, this unicorn, they're just such a good team. Because even though he's one of the embodiments of evil... Oh, my camera got a little bit stuck. Even though he's one of the embodiments of evil, that unicorn is still smiling. You know, like, what a sport. What a trooper. He just never stops being a little ray of sunshine. I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. All right, so let's go ahead, Mr. Bigglesworth. But yeah, ultramarine violet, oh, such a good color. Such a good color. For a while, the main purple that I used was dioxazine purple. The thing I don't like about dioxazine is it tends to be a very warm purple. So it doesn't always play well with other colors. Like these, like the ultramarine and the cobalt tend to be more of like a blue purple. So it works really, really well if you want that classic purple color. Is turning good because the unicorn's influence, you know what? They say bad company corrupts good character, but in this case, it's the opposite. And now I bet you if we could see inside that hood filled with complete blackness, he'd be smiling. He'd have a little twinkle in his undead eye, and that makes me happy. It makes me happy. All right, so let's start with his wee little body. And let's use this big old flat boy. I said flat boy, by the way, not fat boy. That's different. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, tippity bippity bop. The unicorn went up the clock. I think this part is going to be more simple too. It's just going to be like a bunch of rocks with lava flowing through it. He's astounded by this theory. You know, I feel like there are some gray areas that Tolkien never discussed, and he never ever said that the Nazgul couldn't be redeemed by a unicorn. He never explicitly said that, and I like to believe that it's possible, because anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. And I'm happy to speculate. I'm very happy to speculate. You know what? I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna oil out this whole thing. Let's do it. We're gonna go for it, kids. When you believe. Look at us go. Look at us go. You know, you just never know, Mr. Frodo. Mr. Frodo, Mr. Frodo. I saw a Nazgul on top of a unicorn, but something felt different, Mr. Frodo. The Nazgul felt a little friendlier, and he even stopped and tipped his hat at me. Sam, can't you see? He's trying to corrupt you. No, Mr. Frodo. It was something about the unicorn. The unicorn. There's some good in this Nazgul, and it's worth fighting for. I feel like this is an extended scene from Lord of the Rings at this point. We're just actively watching Lord of the Rings. It's real. That's all I have to say about it. All right, so let's get some white. If you change your mind. Okay. We're going to start with a little bit of white skadoodly-doo mixed with a little bit of medium. So I have two shades of white. One is called Ultra White, which I believe is a mixture of titanium and maybe lead. Or no, it's zinc. It's zinc. So it's zinc and titanium. But yeah, I don't know what makes it ultra white. Hello, that art guy. I feel like this is what Merry and Pippin would see if they were high on mushrooms. Absolutely. Absolutely. They probably like sketched it down too. So they were like, we have to remember this. But yeah, well, it certainly is white. But art guy, how's it going? Art guy, ooh. All right, then we're going to blend these two sections together. Now that this is finally dry, we're going to add a little bit more poppy skadoodly-doo into this. Because this was looking a little bit dull. There we go. Look at that pop, that pep, that zing. And 'cause you're amazing. Just the way you are. Amazing. Thank you so much for the lurk, you hoot. I hope you're having a great day. This nice weather. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's beautiful outside. It's like in the 70s. You can go outside and your face doesn't hurt. It's just so nice. It's so nice. I love it, my precious. All right, let's do zip. I'm gonna move Mr. Stickman over so I can have a bit of balance. But yeah, so next Thursday, this piece will be available along with me Pokemons and some of the little doodop skadoodly-doos that I've been working on over the last few months, including a Lord of the Rings piece, which I do need to finish before next week. Literally, I have maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes left of work on it. I just keep neglecting it. So that's going to be there. I am going to try to do a couple of florals before next week, just like some little 6-hour paintings. I almost feel like the giraffe, oh my gosh, woo! The unicorn might be a male. I just feel like it is. I don't know why. That's just what I'm feeling in my heart. But, you know, you guys let me know. Let me know what you think. I mean, pretty fabulous eyelashes, but I don't know. Does that matter? Does that matter? I called it a giraffe. I did. I called it a giraffe. I got confused, Mr. Frodo. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and fill in the shape. And then we're going to add in some zips and some zops of color. Zippity bippity bop. Looks like a girl. I mean, it could be the fabulous eyelashes. But, you never know. You never know. We're going to add just a little more pippity pop of white on the face as well, just to add some zip, some pip, and frankly, some schnip. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, then a little bit more here as well. And then I'm going to ignore all of the lines that I drew in. I'm just going to do the full horse with white, and then I'm just going to add the stuff back on top. Lisa Franksdale cheetah spots because you called him a giraffe. Well, you know what's weird about this, and I don't know what this is supposed to be, but if you look at the reference, there are like these weird little spots on it. So, I mean, I don't know. We could make him look like a giraffe. We could. I don't even know if I want to add those though, just because I don't know what they're supposed to be. And I kind of like the look of just like a classic unicorn. But, if we start feeling spicy, we can add some giraffe spots. My brain totally short-circled the doodled. As it's wont to do, as it's wont to do. I don't remember that either. That's the weird thing. Because I saw these notebooks. I think we all did. We're all of us who were, in school when Lisa Frank was like the bomb diggity, and quite frankly, she still is. But when kids really liked, quote, the good stuff, aka Lisa Frank unicorns. Anyway, I don't remember them having spots either. Archaic Hammer. Hello, friend. I thought they were all white too. Sounds like Sauron's loud whisper. Yes. You cannot hide. I love that more than I can even begin to express in the human languages of mortal men. I love that so much. Archaic, how you doing, friend? How you feeling? I hope you're super dupes. Super de doo. Maybe it's paint. It's an artist unicorn. Could be paint. It could just be like shapes. Cause like maybe she was trying to be educational, and she wanted kids to know what shapes were, except none of those shapes are actual geometric shapes. Now that I'm looking at them, they're just like weird random flumbles. So I don't know. The short and the long of it is I actually don't know. Lots of questions, lots and lots of questions flying around, none of which, and let's be honest with ourselves. Yes, we have a lot of questions, but deep down, do we really want the answers? I'm not sure that I do. I kind of like the mystery. I like the intrigue of it all. All right, let's bring this up a little bit more smooth. And really kind of stooble that in here. A lot of these shapes are quite round and smooth. Like my brain. Of all the pixels and fairies. Yeah, that's true. That's just science. Andrea, thank you so much for contributing 10,000 points to the Digi-Squatch Game Community Challenge. If you guys want to see me hunt Digi as a Samscanch, and vice versa, because he's going to flip and murder me, you can contribute in the channel points thingamabobber to see that happen. I wish it was 10K. Oh, man. But yeah, Archaic, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. That's just science. But yeah, how you doing today, Archaic? I hope you're super. Welcome in. It's very nice to see you, Mr. Frodo. Very nice to see you. It only allows 2K. Oh, sorry. It's 10K total that you've contributed. 10K total. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But yeah, it's 2K daily. But that's what you contributed So it's a lot. It's a lot total. Also, Andrea, did you find a refrigerator yet? Did you find that? Did you find that refrigerator? Did you try my rice recipe? I'm rich in points. Heck to the yeah. Great. Thank you for asking. Glad to hear it. Glad you're doing better. I know you've been through a lot this year, so glad you're doing good. It's awesome to hear. All right, I'm just not going to worry about all of the little lines I drew in there. I can just sort of eyeball it. His leg, I think, looks a little too besnoongly. So let's kind of bring this. There we go. That looks a little bit better. There. A little bit better. A little bit more better. Without a bed and a fridge. My hormones. Oh, no. That's awful. I hope you get settled down soon because that is really, it's already so exhausting moving and having so many life changes. It is utterly exhausting. But then on top of it, you don't have a bed or a fridge, so you don't have those basic, not even comforts. Those are just like, you need those things. So I hope you get settled in soon because that is an awful lot. 9-month checkup for his age. He's growing like a weed. Oh, cute. A lot of my nieces and nephews were really, really tall for their age. Especially my youngest niece. She was like insanely tall when she was born. I'm like, oh my gosh. And also her legs were like so strong. Like I think she started running before she started walking. I'm like, that kid's gonna be an Olympian. It's like living in an office. Oh no. Oh man, I hope you get settled in soon. Have you gone, I know you've gone fridge shopping and you were looking for something on sale. Have you found it again or are you still looking? That's such a bummer. All right, and then we got her tum-tum. Let's add in that tum-tum. Tum-tum, tummy-tum, tum-tum, tummy-tum, too. And I almost feel like I want this part of the face to be brighter as well. I think I could just use a little bit of Pippity Pop and just a snoodly glip Bippity Bop. Still looking for one out of desperation. So what are you even doing for food now? Are you just buying it like one meal at a time? Or what are you doing? I can't buy ice every day. No, that's a lot. It's almost like you're living in a hotel without a mini fridge. Like that's what it's, or an office because there's no bed. At least in a hotel, there's a bed. Pip, pip, pivot to the pivot to the pip, pip, pop. Also, after this one, we might not start it for a little bit, but I do plan on doing a xenomorph in the Lisa Frank style. I'm eating eggs and bananas. Well, I mean, it's healthy at least. That's got to get old pretty fast, though. But yeah, we're going to be doing a xenomorph in this style as well. I think maybe I'll have him either holding Jonesy. If you don't know who Jonesy is, that's the little orange kitty cat. We call him Jonesy on the Thronesy. Oh, and tortillas. Wow, now it's a well-rounded meal. I remember when I had years ago, this was like 20 years ago, I had my wisdom teeth taken out. And like, obviously I couldn't chew anything. So I was on a steady diet of mashed potatoes, pudding, and soup. I couldn't look at any of those foods for a while because it was nothing but that for just, and ice cream, I guess. But like, it does get, even if it's delish, which of course all of that's delish, I was pretty sick of it. But the nice thing about that was, so I was in high school when I had me wisdoms taken out, which explains why I don't know a lot anymore. Yeah. Sounds like heaven. I mean, it was kind of fun at first, but like you kind of long for the chompity nourishment that is solid food, like that actually does get pretty old pretty quick. Don't get me wrong, I have fully recovered and I love me some mashed potatoes and pudding. But anyway, at the time I was like, too much. That's what I sound like when my wisdom teeth are taken out. Anyway, so the nice thing about having me wisdoms taken out is when I was in that year's gym, I was in gymnastics, which BT dubs, you should never force a child to be in gymnastics. You either have an aptitude for gymnastics and you're into it, or you're not. And like, I'm not gonna be doing backflips anyway. So I got out of a lot of gymnastics because my face was swollen up like a balloon. So yeah, that part was pretty great. I hated gymnastics so much because you had to do it in front of everyone. It's like, uh-oh, I'm not good at backflips. Mushroom creams, not buying that brand again. Oh, yup. Teach them young. I mean, I was in high school. I was like 17 years old and just going cold into gymnastics. So it's like, you either start when you're like 5 or you don't start at all. You don't just cold turkey start gymnastics. Anyway, it went really bad. So I actually got my wisdom teeth out in the middle of gymnastics, so I missed a ton of it, and it was great. Honestly, I hated gym. I hated it. The only thing I liked about gym is when I was with my friend Monica, and we would just mess around the whole time. That was the best part about gym. And I guess badminton was okay. I didn't mind badminton. I was never like a sports kid. I was never athletic or even like a little bit coordinated. So it was just like, it just felt like public humiliation hour to me. Like it wasn't fun at all. An art cram, woohoo, art cram. Having a good day today. How the hickety heck are you? I hope you are doing superty, flooperty, McShnooperty. Today we are finishing up the Nazgulicorn. What a delight. And I'm just painting like a little base coat. And then we're going to add rainbow swirl skadoodles on this little feller's body. Just living his best unicorn life. A unicorn in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Doing good. Glad to hear it. What have you been up to? What have you been work-a-dirkling on? Hopefully you've been enjoying some art, enjoying life. It is PE class can't exist separately. That is a fact. That's just science. It is a science factoid that if you are in gym class, you're gonna be humiliated at least a little bit. Just a little bit. Dun dun dun. Just a little bit. Or a lot of it. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. You know what? I think my least favorite was swimming. I stopped liking swimming right around high school. And I hated it so much. They're like, hey, all right, your next task is to get a brick off the bottom of the swimming pool. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I tried once. No, I'm not doing that. Mostly taking the summer off to hang out with the wife and kiddos. Oh, that's nice. Love that. Love that. Heck to the yes. Sounds delightful. Yeah, this morning I picked up my niece from basketball camp. That's always a hoot. Enjoyed a little bit of the stunning weather outside. It's like in the low 80s, high 70s today. It's so beautiful. The girl who was supposed to hold me just pulled my pants oh my gosh. I don't know. Like, I understand the importance of physical activity. Of course, like that makes sense. But like, I don't see why they had to, because art was an elective, right? Like nobody was forced to take art. Why should I be forced to take gym? Like I am not an athletic person. I'm not physically coordinated. I don't enjoy sports ball. So why am I being forced to do this? I don't know. It felt kind of like a shim sham. You know what it felt like to me? It was a shim sham wimble wham. Give clear instructions. Our kids unite. You got it. Cult of Dogs. Thank you for that first time chat. How's your day going? But yeah, all of my my art kiddos. I loved being in the art room. I would eat my lunch in there. Instead of going to homeroom or whatever it was called, homeroom, study hall, I don't know. They would let you sign into the art room. It was the best. Like my senior year of high school, I spent every available second in the art department. And it was great, especially senior year, because they let us take something called studio art. Jimmy's Cricket Store. You could do any project you wanted. You just had free reign to work on whatever you wanted. It was the tops, man. It was the tops. Shimble, shamble, wimble, wamble. Dolly ho. Hello, Don. How's your day going? Welcome in. Ooh, doing great. About to start some painting. What are you going to be painting? We do have a Discord where everyone is welcome. We are a family-friendly Discord and stream, so I just ask that you keep it family-friendly. But everyone is welcome to share. If you have art, if you have, something you're proud of, your stream, we are very, very pro sharing here. So please feel free. You can even drop links in the chat if you want to share what you're working on. There's never any pressure. Racy! How's it going, friend? Welcome in. All right, so let's start to paint the plains of Golgoroth. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have some sort of besnargly rocks here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to have some like rocks, like little piles of rocks, and then we're going to have some flat areas, and then this is going to be a river of lava, obviously. Professional sharers, you got it. Cody Cameron, how are you? Cody Cameron. But yeah, Cult, feel free to share. We love to see what people are working on, and I love meeting fellow artists, seeing what you're up to. Racy, I hope you're having an excellent day. Ooh, waiting for your lunch. What's for lunch, my precious? What is it got in its nasty little lunch boxes? All right, so let's paint just a couple little besnoongly, bejangly rockety rocks. And we'll just sort of make it up. I don't really have anything drawn. And then we'll add kind of in like a little shadow. The shadow knows. All of these colors are, I'm just going to say it, not so crazy cookie talk. As saturated as I can possibly make them. I'll steal Racy's lunch. Don't tell him. I know nothing. Hope there's no lettuce in it. Yep. I went to Culver's the other day, and that was one of the, with Digi, and one of the first questions he asked was, is your lettuce okay? Because it is no joke. If you don't know what we're talking about, there is some sort of delightful parasite living in like lettuce, spinach, all sorts of fun stuff. And people are basically getting the worst diarrhea ever. So isn't that exciting? Chili con carne. Oh. Uh-oh. Is Lodoc a lunch stealer? I would steal someone's lunch. I would do it. Oh. Completely lost control of the brush there. Wow. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw it. Never. That sounds amazing, though. So we went to this really great Mexican place the other day, and they're called trash can nachos, but I was calling them dumpster nachos because it's way more fun. Anyway, the meat on it was called birria, I think it's pronounced. I'm sorry if it's not pronounced that way. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I got like 4 meals out of it, and it was flippin' amazing. Soy sauce never goes on Mexican food. You're not wrong. Yeah, sure doesn't. I mean, you know what? There are no rules. You put your soy sauce on your it'll taste bad, but you can do it. anything can be done. The question is, should it be done? It's like that quote from Jurassic Park. Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Now I want to try it. I'll try it and I'll let you guys know how gross it is, because it's 100% gonna be gross. It's gonna be gross. Every little thing I do. And deedle bumble do. That's why it's gonna be gross. Alright, we're just sort of experimenting here with these rock shapes, and I'll see if I need to change it or not. Let's go in and add some brighter pink. Beyond the grave! Welcome in, friend. How's it going? Racy, thank you so much for the 3-stream watch streak. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for being here. As always, it's just a hoot and a holler. Thanks for keeping me company whilst we work on this utterly, I'm just gonna say it, fever dream. This is a fever dream. This is coming along fantastically. Thank you. Salty enough, some people are blind to seasoning. Soy sauce is a good way to up the salt without upping the sodium. Ooh, that's true. I used to be much more blind to salt than I am now. So if I'm making food for multiple people, I tend to be a little light on the salt, and people can just add it after if they want it. Now, the thing I'm completely and utterly blind to, black pepper. I love black pepper so much. It's a problem. Like, I will dump like a 1/4 cup of black pepper if people will let me. It's so stinking good. Top of the morning to you. Would you like a mouthful of black pepper? Would you like your mouth to just sort of be a little bit on fire? Of course, you could put so much worse in there. Like, you can definitely ruin food with cayenne. I love cayenne, so don't get me wrong. I put it in a ton of stuff. But if you don't put the right amount in, you can actually ruin it. Would want this painting because she loves unicorn. The writer might be too spooky for her. Well, I am working on another painting, Cody. That sounds horrifying. Yeah, I've ruined stuff with cayenne. But I am working on another painting right now. It's based off of a albino deer that we saw at a local zoo / wildlife park, and he was so mystical magical that I decided to turn him into a unicorn / Pegasus, also known as an alicorn. So it's a dalicorn. Anyway, so his name is Christopher. He's a good guy. Pays his taxes on time. You know, he's honest. So this painting I'm going to be working on again tomorrow. And it's going to be available next Thursday at 6:30 Central, along with a smattering of other stuff and things. Was working on it, made my hands itch. Oh, I want to see. You can just drop a link right in the chat, Andre. I'd love to see it. Anyway, so apparently lately I'm a little bit into unicorns, which I'm not unhappy about. I do love unicorns. I like painting unicorns, talking about unicorns. Honestly, if I could be a unicorn, I would be a unicorn, honey. But yeah, I want to see what Jess was doing. I need to pop over and say hi to Jess. She's just a hoot and a holler. Absolute hoot and a holler. That little guy is magical. Thank you very much. Yeah, his name's Christopher. We met him when Digi was on a photo assignment at that zoo for the magazine he freelances for, and he ran up to the fence, not Digi, the deer, and he literally ran up to the fence like a puppy and wanted scratches. It was the best thing flippin' ever. Her past life is a unicorn. Yes! His name is my name too. So you're named, I'm going to just say it, you're named after a magical alicorn. And that should be pretty pleasing. Oh, this is beautiful. Andrea, the light on that, I love that type of lighting where it's like super blown out. Andrea corn? All right, well, are we doing self-portraits? This is beautiful. Jess is gonna nail it. She is truly amazing. As are you, Andrea. You should do one like this too, with like the really, really blown out highlights. I love that. Love the way that looks. It is truthfully one of the most satisfying things to paint and draw, is like really exaggerated light. And hey, doodle doo doodle doo doo doo. You know what, Prue? First of all, I still don't, you're gaslighting me. I know you are. Also, welcome in, Prue. Good to see you. It's Prue. It's Prue. He's gaslighting you. How's your day going? Happy Thursday, my friend. Happy Thursday. Ooh, is your lunch ready? Is it? I'm actually, I was going to, I'm not gaslighting you. Okay, what is it? Can you just remind me what it is? What's happening? No, it can't be real. I cannot have forgotten another commission. Prue, you better be gaslighting me about gaslighting me. You better be. I'm freaking out right now. I am freaking out, friends. 12:30. So yesterday, I distinctly remember talking about a portrait of you, Digi. Oh! Shoot. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you might be right. Okay, well, I'm on it. I'm on it, Prue. I'm on it. Yeah, you're right. You did tell me about that. Shoot. Well, nothing like waiting 2-3 years for that, right? Keep your peepers peeled, Prue. Keep your peepers peeled. Yep, you're 100% right. I really thought you were gaslighting me this whole time. Guess not. Woo! Yeah, I'm freaking out, Jerry. Freaking out. See, I'm not gaslighting. You're just crazy. I mean, you're not wrong. Does that make me crazy? Yeah, I am actually streaming on the YouTubes as well. I am actually going to start doing, not a lot. I'm not doing long format videos because that's just too much for me. But I have been posting some short videos on there. I think they're just called shorts, which is weird, but I'm posting shorts over there just of like painting process. I'm posting my live streams over there now. So yeah, there's some stuff on the YouTubes. You know what? Both things can be a little bit true. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But what if it's a puppet though? Prue, is it different if it's a lip syncing puppet? Does that make it better or does that make it worse? I also do not want my face on YouTube other than maybe like a regular live stream. But like, I do not like doing like selfie stuff. I don't like staring at my own face. Oh no, you can't share? Come on, Racy. She starts, I'm in double. I was watching YouTube videos before your stream. I was super surprised when I saw that. Yeah, I mean, it's been good. Like, I've been posting more on the Instant Grandma, and I've been posting more, or I've been posting in general on YouTube, and it's going pretty good. I'm trying basically just to be more consistent and have a little bit more of I guess, yeah, just consistency on there, because I was not doing stuff that I probably should be doing. So yeah, I've been posting almost daily on Instant Grandma. I have no fridge. Oh no. But yeah, if I do want to start posting more Soxy videos too, but like it's been utter insanity. You gotta have something flavorful on YouTube. Yeah, like, you know, some lemon drops. Perhaps some... Do you guys remember those root beer candies? Do you remember that? They were shaped like little bottles of root beer. I'm gonna tell you right now, those things super freak me out. Like, they absolutely freak me out. I don't like fake flavors. Root beer barrels, yes. Full time. That would be really cool. I would love to do... I wish I had been a little more consistent with filming my Alice in Wonderland painting. I have gotten a little bit better about doing at least a little bit of filming as I'm working. But, you know, I kind of missed the boat on it a little bit. So maybe I can do that with my my new painting. You know, I did film a little bit yesterday, so... And earn new subs. Yeah, I mean, I think my thing is... I do want to be more active, but I do want to be realistic. So far I've only posted shorts, which are like less than 30 seconds. And to me, that feels very achievable. You know, I don't want to, because I already have so many projects and like things in the cooker and stuff like that. So I do want to be realistic about what I have time for. And I definitely want to put more into Twitch. I actually am I am thinking about doing my very first ever subathon. I have to look into how to do that because I've never done one. So there are some things in the cooker. Digi and I are going to be doing our first co-op game. So I'm going to be putting a little bit more into like my Twitch because that's really where my crew is. That's where my community is. But yeah, I do think with YouTube, I want to keep it very low key, very achievable. I don't enjoy things like video editing. And thankfully, if I'm just posting a short, it's so easy to do. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh my gosh. Prue in here sowing seeds of chaos. Cody, thank you so much for contributing 20,000 points to our community challenge. Heck to the yes. We're getting there, friends. We're halfway there. No, living on a prayer. Okay, let's do that. But yeah, I definitely think I'm trying to find a good balance with all of this. I'm just trying to earn you more money. Thanks, Prue. It's fantastic. All right, let's actually add in another little row of rickety rocks here, just so it looks kind of like these are receding off into the distance. As I said, these are the plains of Golgoroth, but more sparkly and happy. Honestly, if I were Frodo and Sam, I would not mind going through this desert scape because it's sparkly, it's pretty. I would do that. I would do that, Mr. Frodo. In case we have a roast chicken or something. Roast chicken? All right. So, but that's kind of what's going on. Just working on my paintings, working on some of the social media stuff a little bit, trying to get a little bit more organized. Oh my gosh, roast chicken thighs are possibly one of the best foods on earth. I'm gonna have to send you this one crockpot recipe, Prue, that we have, and it is so you had it when you were here, and it's super passive, and oh, it comes out so good if you eat it with rice. Oh my gosh, I love chicken thighs. All right. They came out tasty. Oh, I love chicken thighs. Tonight, I'm going to be probably working, well, I don't know, we're making pretty good progress on this pepperoni with cheese. So, I'm hoping if I can finish this today, I might even bop over and start working on another painting. If I can get this done in a reasonable amount of time, I might switch over and work on something else. Chicken thighs saves lives. They're so good. Garlic, onion, salt, pepper. Oh my gosh, that is a beautiful spice combo. I bet they were. I love paprika. That is another one of those spices that I go crazy for. I love paprika. I add if it's a recipe that calls for it, it's like 1 teaspoon of paprika. I'm like, haha, try 15 cups of it. Oh my gosh. Also, Dawn, how's your day going? What are you up to today? Hope you're having a marvelous, wonderful Thursday. What's everyone's plans for the weekends is, my precious? I have a couple of paintings I really want to wrap up for next Thursday. I'd like to do a few florals. I still have to finish a Lord of the Rings painting that I started probably a month ago, if not more. So that'll be good. I really want to get that done. I gotta get a bunch of photographs done of all me workses. Because I photographed exactly none of them. So, yeah. So Digi's going to help me with that. I'm going to get some Hungarian sweet paprika. Oh, yes. That is stinking delish. Anything to do with paprika. I put paprika in, like, if I'm making tacos. I used to add a lot more chili powder. But if you add too much chili powder, it starts to taste a little bit bitter skadoodle. So I started adding more paprika. I still add a lot of chili, but just not quite as much as I used to. Anyway, more paprika, less chili, a little bit of cayenne. I like to add oregano, and sometimes I'll add red pepper flakes. Sometimes, not always. Either way, it's delisheroni. But yeah, I think coming up in the next, I don't know, few months, I am going to attempt to do a subathon. So that does mean, and I believe how it works is like you have goals, but also like with each sub, it extends the timer. I've never streamed more than 5 hours. And I talked to Digi about it, and he said, well, if you decide to do that, I will bring you meals. I'm like, okay, cool, you'll keep me alive. Dried chilies gives a flavor without as much bitterness. Ooh, yeah, I should try. I've always wanted to try that. We do actually have a really, really good Hispanic grocery store 10 minutes from our house, and I've wanted to check it out for a while. So I'm going to have to do that. It's got a fun name, too. I don't want to say it because I don't want to dox me, but anyway. Smarvelous. I love how you spelled that. Bear shark animated emoji. Heading to meet some friends I haven't seen in a while. Oh, nice. Appreciating a Nazgulicorn. Nope, not that. It's not that. But that's a fun looking word that I don't know how to pronounce. Anyway, I do want to really check that out. And also, Prue, you know what's so funny? Do you remember you were telling me about the Asian grocery store? We drove by it completely at random, and I was like, oh, that's that grocery store. Yeah, I'm not gonna say specifically the name of the grocery store. So you can keep guessing, but you're not gonna get an answer. Sorry. All right, I think we're going to make the foreground spend more time sitting on my balcony. Oh, good. All right. We're going to add, like, you know, that sort of deserty, crackly look? I think I'm going to add that in the extreme foreground, like little cracks of lava. I think that's going to be really fun. Oh, I'm on fire. Hey, Nazgul, is your unicorn home? Did he ride off without you all alone? I can take you higher. Oh, ho, ho, the unicorn's on fire. Not literally. Woo! Oh, also today, when I'm all done working, I really want to get out in the garden. It's so incredibly nice out. It's gorgeous, honey. It's just gorgeous. So I really want to go out and do a little bit of gargling. I think that'll be so nice. It's like, by the time I get out there, it's probably going to be 7:30, 8 o'clock, but it's still going to be really, really nice. So I'm super excited. In all that purple color. We can always layer back on top of it, though. That is the nice thing about oil. As long as you don't work too aggressively too early, this is actually quite thin. I'll be able to go back on top and layer some really heavy white. Now, if this was a hyper skadoodle realism painting, I would be a lot less, not haphazard, because I don't think I'm being unbelievably haphazard. But anyway, I think it'll be okay. We can always kind of layer it. The paint is really thin. It's not super assertive yet, so I think it'll be good. It's all good. It's all good. Oh my gosh, you need to know how to fix stuff because inevitably you will mess stuff up. That's life. That's life. It's white. It's spelled with the H first because it's white. When you mess up enough times, you do learn how to fix it eventually. I think that's part of the learning process though, is making catastrophic and in your mind unfixable mistakes. But nothing is unfixable. That is the nice thing about oils. I will say that even with acrylic, it can be kind of tricky just because it dries so fast. You can actually wipe it with water. But the good thing is because it dries so fast, it's really not too bad to fix something with acrylaronis with cheese. Dang ho, Dixie. Dang ho, Dixie. This looks like what eating a bowl of cereal, Lucky Charms, melatonin gummies would look like. Yes. Dixie, how are you doing, friend? Welcome in. I hope you are just utterly super dupes. Super duper dupes. What's the bippity bops, my friend? What's the bippity bops? All right, I think with this part, I'm just gonna fill it in with this sort of blackish purple, and then we're gonna go on top of it with some red, some slimper slumps. It's just a couple of swimper swamps. Busy with life, otherwise good. Oh, glad to hear it, friend. Glad to hear it. It's good to see you. But yeah, we are painting a Nazgulicorn, and y'all can thank our friend Crack 3D Fox Studio for the fantastic idea. I have gotten so many great painting ideas from Crack. Not literally Crack the drug, but Crack 3D Fox Studio. And if you guys are not following Crack 3D Fox Studio, you need to. Incredible artist here on the Twitch, and just super duper duper nice human. We've got some really great streamers in the chat right now, including Amazing Fan 15, who is a Lurka Durklin. But yeah, there's some, and we have Andrea No Art, just an amazing hyper realist here on the Twitch. So yeah, if you guys are not following my friends here, you really need to. They're absolutely incredible. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing good, my friend. Working on lots and lots of projects right now. Busy.
In a good way, you bring us down a whole octave. In a good way. Change the battery in the smoke detector. Yeah, and in 6 months, you'll have to do it again.
All right, let's do some... I'm actually going to make that a little bit bigger. Let's mix up a little bit more of this blackish, kind of purpley color. That's a nice purple unicorn you have there. Very purpley. But yeah, yesterday I was going to make myself a little mini pizza for dinner. I ended up having noodles instead, which, you know, that's always delish. So tonight, I think I'm gonna make myself a little mini pizza pie because it's super low effort and it's utterly delicious. Apparently, Christmas elves do not, Prue. Evidently, Christmas elves don't think that far ahead. Plus, they have Will Ferrell to change the batteries, you know? Gosh, when I still lived at my parents', back in the old cheese ball, they had a smoke detector that literally yelled the word fire, and it was possibly the most annoying thing I've ever heard. And of course, you know, it was every time you cooked, and I'm like, dude, we gotta like clean the stove or something. Like, I don't know what's going on here. But it was the most obnoxious thing ever. So then, after that, I couldn't take it anymore. Every time I would cook, I would take a rubber band and a dish towel, and I would put the dish towel over the smoke detector because I didn't want it to go off. Oh, I hated that thing so stinking much. We hate it, my precious. We hate it. Ooh, we got like a little paint lumple right there. Lumple Stiltskin? No, it's Dumple Stiltskin because he's a part dumpling. He's part dumpling, part fairy tale creature, and I loves it. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there, Mr. Frodo. I think I'm actually going to paint, in a minute, I'm going to paint the tail in with white as well. Get that kind of blocked in so I know where it is and I don't lose it. Hoot, hoot, hoot. Uh-oh. Oh, but more, thank you so much for the clip. It took me a second to remember what that was. Ah, yes, the sparkly plains of Golgoroth. Do you know how much fun it is to say the word Golgoroth? Go on, you know you want to say it out loud. Go ahead. Don't be shy. There's no one around. You go on. You go on. Go on, Mr. Frodo. Yell the plains of Golgoroth. But seriously, thank you so much for the clip. From all of us to you, a toodle doodle toodle, a schnoodle toodle toodle. I do love how Twitch clips have zero context. That is one of my, it really is one of my favorite things, is just zero context for stuff and just let people kind of fight it out and figure out what the heck is happening. But now my cats are looking at me weird. That's part of being a cat owner, though, is them looking at you like you're the weird one. Even though it's quite the opposite. Little weirdos. I love them, though. I can't wait until I can have a cat again. The thing of it is, I've always been a cat person. I love dogs. I do. I absolutely love doggos. But, like, I'm not a good dog owner. I'm a very, very much an indoor cat. So, I mean, I like being outside. I like being in the garden. I like going bird watching and stuff. So it's not like I'm always inside. But, I think I'm just more suited to being a cat owner. I do love cats, too. I absolutely love the kitty cats. I can lend you Wesley if you want. Will he let me snuggle with him, though? Because that is one of my favorite things. No, he was such a normal dog. Also, who lives in her leafy sheeps under the sea? Leaf sheeps? How's your day going, friend? Always inside, that's my job. So bright, so beautiful, oh, precious. Funny thing is, that didn't have anything to do with what we were talking about, just popped in my head. Is all the responsibility, none of the fun, although I did teach him. Oh, you taught him how to sit. He's so smart. Nazgulicorn has taught one of her cats to do all of these tricks. And he can do like spin, he can do a handshake, high five, he can stand up, he can sit, lay down. And like, it's amazing. I was like, I didn't even know you could train a cat that much. Of course not. Dang it. Leaf Sheeps, how's your day going? What are you up to today, friend? BT Dubs, this is a recycled panel, which is why there's all this green, like weird pink stuff. I actually had an existing painting on here that I hated, so I wiped it. Anyway, so that's why it looks so stinking weird. Okay, so let's start to add in some of the lava, some of the liquid hot magma. Just doing some housekeeping after my trip out west. Well, heck yeah. Heck to the yeah. And we'll probably be seeing you tomorrow, I would imagine. Mr. Frodo. All right, so to add sort of the lava-esque glow, I'm going to start by taking some Naphthol Red Light and a little bit of my Quinacridone Magenta, and we're going to actually blend it up into the rocks to make it look like it's lava glow. Oh, it's an astute possibility. All right. I completely ran out of air doing that laugh, BT dubs. Just in case you were wondering, you know. I don't know if you were, but in case you were, that's what just happened to me. How could this happen to me? Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to start by doing a swipple bipple bite. Swipler do. Feeding time hits. Feeding time. Feeding time. Racy, enjoy your lunch skadoodly. Sounds noodly. It actually doesn't because it's chili, so there's probably not noodles. Well, you can put noodles in chili. You can do that. It's not my thing. I prefer crackers, frankly. If I'm having chili, you bet your bottom dollar, I'm pretty much going to eat an entire sleeve of saltine crackers with it. But yeah, enjoy your lunch skadoodly, friend. Thank you for popping on by. Thanks for popping by. I can pop twice as high. What does that mean? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I think Din Din, that's going to be mini pizza because it's the path of least resistance. And that's my jam. Quite frankly, I do loves me an easy meal. If I were some sort of, figures would be saltines, the drywall. Okay, first of all, Prue, you dip it in the chili. All right? You dip it in the chili. They're delicious. They're salty. Okay? I don't even use a spoon. When I eat chili, I just use crackers as the vehicle for the chili. So first of all, it's not dry, so grow up. Just grow up, Prue. Grow up. You could do noodles and crackers. I don't know. It feels like a lot. When I have chili, I like just like the chili, 86 pounds of cheese on top, and then saltine crackers. All right, let's start to do some tipper taps and bring this red up. I do want this to look rather glowy. We're going to blend that red into that super duper dark value, and we'll add like a really punchy yellowy orange. Oh, yep. I actually do eat dry saltines though. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. No crackers. I just don't like. So for me, I think it's, again, let's get into it. It's kind of a texture thing for me. If I'm eating chili, I almost need to have like that very consistent textural component of the crackers, or I start to find it unappetizing. Like a normal person. I do eat dry saltines though, like chips. I have a problem. I do actually, and I can't sit here. This chili is just way too moist. My brain, when it comes to food, it's just an angry little brain. It just doesn't like just eating stuff. It's like it's always got to be some sort of rigmarole when I eat, and I've accepted that. I've accepted it. All right, taking a little bit of cadmium orange, and I'm going to work it up into the lava. Oh, not the lava. I'm going to work it up into that red to kind of get that glow. How you like me now? I find crackers and bread in soup. So I don't put it in this. Okay, this is kind of hard to explain. I use it as like a spoon. I don't actually crumble it up and leave it in there because then it gets soggy and weird. So I almost eat them like nachos, like Prue was saying. It's like saltine cracker nachos. That's what I do with chili. But I don't leave it in the soup because then it gets soggy, and I don't like soggy either. So anyway, it's a whole production. As with pretty much everything I eat, it's a bit of a production. I crack those knuckies. Soggy crackers are the worst. See, this is why, thank you so much for the stretch and the hydrate. I do need to drink a little bit more water. But yeah, I don't like soggy things. Yuck. I put on a slice of bread. Oh, yeah, you can do that too. Depends on the bread though. Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. Cracking your knuckles, it's just like the liquid between the joints moving, and it makes a sound. It's not actually causing arthritis or anything. At a very specific level of hydration, not more, not less. You get it. You get it. See, you get it, Leaf Sheeps. Those crackers and a thin layer of shellac. They'll stay crispy. Well, you know what? Prue, I think we've got some spray sealer in the basement. We could totally do that. I'm gonna keep them crackers real crispy. I don't feel good. Is it because I ate shellac? Nummy, nummy, nummy. All right, let's start stoobling these together. I'm also going to use a Tibber Tap brush to make that nice and smooth. It's not smooth yet. Unless I get a loaf from the food bank. I really like white bread. Nobody's surprised by that. There's a local grocery store chain in Wisconsin that has really good bread in their bakery. It's so good. It's so good. Delish. Inspector Gadget. Dun, 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 dun. Inspector Gadget. Just like easel with a velvety mouthfeel. So I don't like soggy bread either. It freaks me out. I don't like soggy bread. I don't like soggy anything. That's why, like, when I'm eating cereal, I don't put the cereal in first. I put the milk in first and then slowly add bits of cereal as I eat it. So it doesn't get soggy, because I cannot stand soggy cereal. I can't. No, none of that velvety mouthfeel. Prue, none of that. All right, let's do a little bit more red. We're going to continue with this sort of glowy effect. Look at the glow, Mr. Bigglesworth. Soup in a bread bowl. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of that, again, because like the inside of it starts to get real weird. I've only had one bread bowl, and I mean, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't a huge fan of how incredibly soggy the inside gets. But I like it at first, though. Oh, yeah. I gotta show you. So when Prue was in town, he got me a super duper cool gift. It is an original painting by Paul Maitland art from one of my all-time favorite movies. The light on this is so stinking good. So this is, if you guys don't know, Paul Maitland art, incredible artist. Oh, wait, the other gift. Oh, no, I didn't show her that either. Sorry, I thought you meant the really cool gift. Hold on, I'll put that back. Okay, here's the other gift. Okay. It's a velvet napkin. This is a velvet napkin. Prue wants me to have a little velvet with every meal as a treat. I forgot what you mean, like the one that's really cool that I was jazzed about? Yeah, this is a velvet napkin. He actually expects me to use this as a napkin. Like, just look at it's so velvety. It's so velvety. Would I put it in a still life? Absolutely. Yeah, I would put it in a still life, but it ain't going anywhere near my mouth. Oh, thank you so much for doing that shout out, Leafy Sheeps. Anyway, so it's a nightmare. I'm on a call. Can't hear, what is that? La 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 la. It's just the worst. It's just, let's be honest here. It's the worst. I'm not going to use it as a napkin. I can't do that. I literally can't. It is legitimately a piece of velvet. It's a velvet napkin. It is a velvet napkin that will never ever be used as a napkin. That's just a fact. It's a fact. Andrea can have, oh gosh, I hate it. I hate it so much. I just, my brain short circuit just thinking about that. Yep. Nope. That ain't happening. Would I use it in a still life? Yes. And it's an entire rainbow. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow of nightmares. It's awful. And it's like, they're in my art room. So like, I see them every single day. Every single day, I look over and I'm like, oh, there they are. Still don't know what I'm doing with those. Oh, just an absolute dumpster fire. Thanks, Prue. I hate it. 10 out of 10. Andrea, don't encourage this. Don't encourage this. Who remembers... What is this? Electra? Like Carmen Electra? Or was that a character? That sounds familiar. But I don't quite remember, Mr. Frodo. Make it into a blanket. See, there you go. That would be nice. Friendship goals. Let nobody say I don't put the... Oh, you do. You do. Crushed velvet gloves and socks. Oh, see, the socks? That would be the worst for me. Ooh, gloves. Not ideal, but I do feel like the socks would be way too much. Oh, I don't know if I do remember that movie. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I ever saw it. Is it like a superhero movie? Is it superheroes? I don't know if I remember that. All right, I'm actually going to fill this in a little bit more. There we go. Velvet lined leggings. Oh my gosh. Ooh, a cape. That I would do. I like to wear a cape. It makes me feel capable. You get it? Because it's got the word cape in it. You totally get it. You get it. Have a good lurk. Thanks for popping in and just sowing seeds of deep, deep velvety discontent. Have a super duper day, friend. I'll be crying into my velvet napkins. Those would be nice in winter. So a couple of years in a row, I got these really, really fuzzy socks for Christmas. And at first, I really liked them. But like, the more I wore them, the more like weird, like sensory overload they started to give me. So I kind of stopped wearing them a little bit. I think it's just one of those things where I do like how warm they are though. I really like how just warm and fluffy and nice, but like, yeah, it's like those sort of almost like microfiber socks. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it kind of like snags and it's anyway, kind of freaks me out. Wool socks though, that I'm fine with. Like the really heavy, super heavy wool socks. Those I can do, which to me makes very little sense. I don't know. But they're nice in winter. They're warm. I also have slippers though. Like I started wearing slippers because my feet would get so cold. I love a good pair of slippers, especially if they're really squishy. It's just the best. It's simply the best. Better than all the rest. I know. I do love winter. I love cold temperatures. I love snow. It's so pretty and peaceful and like, given I'm not the one who has to deal with it in the winter, so I think I still have that extreme nostalgia when it comes to snow. I just absolutely love it, my precious. Awful. That's my feedback. They're pretty much microfiber. Yep. They're it's like that really super, super soft, almost to the point where it's like, it like grips on your skin. It's just very, it's very creepy. And at first I was kind of okay with it, but I don't know if it's actually microfiber, but that's what it really reminds me of. So anyway, any hoozle, I had to get rid of pretty much all of them. I kept one or two just because like they were cute and I wasn't ready to like throw them out, but like you can't donate socks. You can't like give socks away to Goodwill. Gross. So I had to throw them out because they were used. If they were new, I would maybe donate them, like if they were still in the package. But yeah, you can't really donate used socks. Yeah, we're making some progress, some progressiles. Right now we're just working on the lava. Definitely want to add some nice sparkle to our lava. Everyone gets a little bit sparkly sometimes. Awful. That's my feedback. I thought it was really good. Nope. Bippity boppity McBee there. But yeah, actually right now I'm just taking pure cadmium orange, legitimately straight out of the tube. I don't usually do this, but this painting is really cartoony and silly and goofy. And I want my colors to just be really sort of straightforward, I guess. So I'm not really doing that much color mixing. I did a little color mixing for the rocks because I wanted it to be darker. I'm pretty sure someone on the internet, oh, you might be right. Socks to the dog for tug of war. There you go. There you go. Waste not, want not. You know, it's beautiful. How's it going today, Jake? Hope you're doing super dupes. But yeah, that's a good idea. I do have a neighbor dog, so she might want them. Her name's Rosie, and I love her. I love her so stinking much. She's such a beautiful lady. She loves her scratches, and she likes to help in the garden by biting things. It's wonderful. I was gardening out there one time, and she ran around the corner, stood in front of me, and was like an inch from my face wanting pets. And of course I'm going to do it because I'm obsessed with her. But anyway, I was like, aw, she's helping. She's such a little assistant. All right, we're going to do some tipper taps. We are going to make this a little bit smoother because right now, quite frankly, it's looking a little bit besnarngely, but we will get there. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. I think his leg might need to be a little bit more chunky. Just a little bit more chunkalicious. It's chunkalicious. Bum, bum. All right, continuing on to Snoodletown. That's true. I mean, a lot of these I wore like only a couple of times. So yeah, you use them as rags or, you know, for something that you really don't want to use a towel for, like outdoor cleaning stuff. Like if it's going to get like car grease or mud or dirt or whatever. Brain on random. Love it. That's a good place to be. In my opinion, I like having my brain on random. It's great. It's great. Yeah, we're going to add some sparkle to the lava as well. So we're just kind of getting a nice base layer down. Then we're going to blendalify. Blendalification. Bippity boppity be there. Yeah, I pretty much never use just, I mean, there's a few times like I've had to use magenta straight out of the tube for something, or I actually do use white right out of the tube. I do that all the time. Apparently that's a no-no, but I do it all the time. I don't think there's any rules. You do what you want with your own paint. Black I don't use straight out of the tube simply because it will literally never dry. So if I'm going to use like something that looks like pure black, there's always a little bit of burnt skadoodles in it to help it dry. So I don't do that just because, you know, I don't want to wait a year or 2 years for it to dry. That could happen. If you apply it thickly enough, yep, you're going to be waiting for a long time, my friend. It's never a great feeling. Like, oh, I need to varnish this, and it's still not dry. All right, get that nice and soft. I think this could probably be a little bit more. Straight out of the tube, rebel devil. That's right, I'm a rebel skadoodling too. I use white right out of the tube. And there ain't no stopping when you start a painting with that titanium white right out of the tube. Quite frankly, I feel like as long as you're not eating the paint, except for the pretty ones, definitely eat the pretty oil paints because it looks like candy. Don't do that for real. But anyway, I don't know. I just feel like do what works for you. You use that white right out of the tube. You do what you gotta do. But as far as like, I don't know, I feel like there's all these rules and it's like, why do we even have these rules? Why do we even have that lever? But yeah, it's good to be a rebel devil. Rebel-de-dabble-de-doo, Kalamazoo, a doodle-de-doo, a bippity-boppity-boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bippity-boppity-boo. All right, just a little bit of tibber taps here. Then we're going to add in some really, really bright spots to make it look like beautiful sparkly lava. I like that lava river you have there. It's very sparkly. We're going to do the same thing down here. Let's do some little tibbity-bibbity baps. Get that a little bit more soft so it kind of looks glowy. And then we're going to add in some, I'm just going to say it, pip-pop. Pip-pop zibbity-zop. Classic. Classic. Want to smooth out that black a little bit. We're going to go back over the black too to really darken it up in places. Fill that in because I forgot to fill it in. Then we're going to tip-tap this edge as well. Yep. These are definitely the plains of Golgoroth, where the lava doth flow and the unicorns doth prance and dance. All right, let's go in with another brush here. And we're going to add in some old yeller. And old yeller. Maybe just a toodle boodle schnumble blip of white to make it slightly more opaque. I don't want it to be too dull, but we're just going to basically add in the flowy bits. What you want? Boo-ba-doo-boo-boo, root-doo-doo. Straight out of Compton. Except it's straight out of the plains of Gorgoroth, or out of the tube. Let's add in some little chunkle bits, and then we're going to just keep blending and layering and blending and layering until, you know what? Until we're just happy with it. Woohoo! Woohoo! All right, let's add in a big old schnumble. We're probably going to have to use quite a good snoomble of paint here. And we'll add in some little sparkles, like some little spectral highlights to really make it pippity-bippity pop. Oh, that was a movie reference. Oh. Nice. I didn't get it at all. I've never actually seen that movie, though. Never seen that movie. All right, let's do... And then we'll blend it, and then we're just going to repeat this process as many times as we need to. This is probably maybe my first time ever painting lava, which is weird. I mean, I've painted fire, of course, a bunch of times. But I don't think I've ever painted lava. So this is fun. This is a fun new experiment. I was just sort of assuming that this is how to do it. It feels right. It feels correct. Oh, it's a song. Okay, gotcha. I love this little brush though, because of all those nice little incidental marks that you get from it. It makes it look very organic. It doesn't make it look overly perfect. So it kind of does a lot of the work for you when you're doing something, you know, ridiculous like a lava river. Classic lava river. I mean, why have any other, I'm not going to say water feature because it's not water. I'm going to say liquid feature in your backyard. You don't need a bird bath. You need a lava river. That's what you need in the backyard. Nothing says the luxury of suburban living than a lava river floating through your backyard. Then we'll have some like little kind of swooshes, kind of like sparking up. Yep, love that. We're doing that. We're doing a few more of those. Get a couple little more apple smacks here. Yep. Digging that. Really digging that. We're doing more. That is the nice thing about oil. If you start off like really super thin, it's way easier to kind of layer stuff on top of it. And then we'll add in some real spectral highlights in there and get that kind of blippity blopping. Lava, I haven't thought of it. Yes, I love that, Jake. It's a lava moat. I mean, you want to keep, what are they called? Like, not surveyors. You know, the people who go door to door and they like, I guess it is political surveyors. We get those all the time in our house. I wish I had a lava river around the house. Classic lava moat. Yeah, okay, I'm digging that. All right, switching back to our other brush that had orange on it, I am going to do just a little bit of sort of a lava flow going through here as well. Just to get a little something in the foreground so it's not as flat. I want a little bippity bop, just a little bit of pippity pop down here. And again, I'm using this, I think this is a 1/2 inch dagger brush. No, it's a 3/8 inch dagger brush. So it's a little bit bigger than my other one. And it tends to get a little bit more wispy, which is totally fine. In this case, especially, it makes it look very organic. This painting does not have a home already. It will be available next Thursday at 6:30 Central. I am doing a little shop drop. I'm trying to get pieces done for that right now. So there's going to be this. There's some Pokemon pieces, Lord of the Rings. I'm going to have some florals. There is actually a second unicorn painting randomly. So I'll have a whole bunch of work along with prints of the original paintings in case someone doesn't, you know, they want the painting, but they don't want to pay the price for it. I will have prints available of all of these on my 4th wall. So, yeah, he does not have a home yet. It doesn't have a home yet, my precious, but it really hopes. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with all of the sparkleitude and the I'm gonna just say it, guys, the zippity pow. Just adding a little bit of zippity pow makes it better. Just a spoonful of zippity pow makes the unicorn go down. Unicorn go down. Unicorn go down. All right, let's add in some little crickle cracks, get some more pippity zippities up. All right, now let's go back. We're gonna grab another clean brush for our brightest colors. Now we're actually gonna switch to not pure white, but we are gonna have a little bit of our lemon yellow in there. We're gonna make this quite a bit brighter. We're gonna do this one more, and I'm actually gonna add just a little bit more of my Marigé. Snap and crackle and pop. The spoonicorn of unicorn helps the medicine go down. I'm gonna legally change my name to Spoonicorn. Seth, how the heck are ya? I have a structured settlement, but I need pudding now. How the heck are you doing? Happy Thursday. You bet your bottom dollar I'm going to legally change my name to Spoonicorn. Spoonicorn the unicorn goes on grand adventures. I'm just so happy about it. I spit on my phone. No, no. All right, now we're going to add in the schnumpliest and the bumpliest of values. I'm going to get quite a bit of paint on the brush for this part. And I did add Merige to make sure. Oh my gosh, roasty toasty. I hope you get to lounge for the rest of the day. Oh, thank you, Leaf Sheeps. Thank you for that spit command. Going to be a little bit more conservative with the amount of white I'm adding, though, just because I don't want to obliterate the white, or I'm sorry, the lighter yellow that I added. I want to keep some of that intact to create contrast. But I am going to add it in a few spots. We might even go around this and add some red glue. Just a little bit of glue. But I do want it to look like it's kind of spitting up into the air, you know? Just a little bit of zippity-zop. My neighbors, for my neighbors this evening, then 2 more hours of trimming tomorrow. You are a trimming fiend. I do think that once I'm done painting, I would like to finish this painting and then get a good chunk of painting done on a second painting today. So I am going to be working. So I'm hoping by like 8:30. I'm not going to have a lot of time in the garden, but I would like to have a little bit of time. There's still a lot of work to be done out there with like weeding and deadheading. So there's a lot. There's still a lot to do. Big chunker of plant stem flew into my mouth. Oh no. At least it wasn't like poison ivy or something. Jeepers. You know what? I think I want to add a few of those like in the river as well. Oh, that's so gross though. I was out there. This was probably last week, I think. But anyway, I was out there just watering the plants, and there was this cloud of gnats that was following me around wherever I went. It was so annoying. And like, I even tried spraying it with the hose. They were invincible. Like, they would disappear for a second and then boom, they'd be back. I'm like, gosh darn it, it's so annoying. Surveys, ding dong, surveyor. Hi. Oh, sadly I can't right now, but please leave your survey in the glowing pit surrounding the house, and I'll be sure to review it. Abso-floggin-lutely. Can I make that my voicemail as well? That sounds amazing. That's fantastic. I can't talk right now. Would you come back at never o'clock? Never, ever, ever o'clock? Please submit your request into the bubbling pit of death. But yeah, at least it wasn't poison ivy. All right, let's get a little schnumble flumble of those glowing orbs. Just a few though, just a few little glowing orbs. Yeah, just to add a little accent. Just a little accent. Yeah, you won't get like a diarrhea parasite. You're not wrong. That is so sad that is true. It makes me sad, Mr. Frodo. 33rd of Smarch, yes. The 33rd of Smarch. I love that so stinking much. All right, let's go back to our old yeller brush here. I'd like to add a few more of those flubel snaps into the river. Just a few more little sort of organic shapes, because I feel like the bottom of this is just a little flat skidoo. Just a little bit. I don't want to obliterate the contrast by doing too much. That's sort of, it is easy to do where you just do too much and then you sort of lose the contrast and the flow. I think another thing I want to do is around the ones that are up in the air, I want to add like a little zip of red to make it look more glowy. Leave my BLTs, BLTs for surveyors. Take one if you wish. I mean, I understand they're just doing their job, but I don't want to. I don't answer the door. If I'm not expecting someone, I do not answer the door, especially if Digi's not home. I'm like, I've watched way too much Forensic Files. That ain't happening. So yeah, I don't even open the door unless I'm expecting someone. Nope. Nah, that ain't happening, friends. All right, let's go in with, we do have to start adding in the detail to the unicorn as well, but I am getting so delightfully carried away with the lava that I'm just having a ton of fun. So let's add in a little bit of red around our yellow to make it look more glary. How you like me now? How you like me now? Hashtag paranoid. Paranoid or safe. I have watched so many murder documentaries that, I don't know, I feel like now I know too much. I just know too much. So you're not wrong. Is it a little paranoid? Absolutely, Leaf Sheeps. But so far, I haven't been murdered. So, so far, so good. All right. Let's do a little bit more orange down there as well. And then I think let's add in just a couple chungles of like darker red. Zoop. Just to get a little flooble snop. And then I think the last thing we'll do is in a couple of these spots, exactly the murder duck or murder goose. Is that a goose or is that a duck? What you got there, a duck? Let's add in a little bit more texture to our red as well. I'm going to build up that paint just a tiny bit more because I think that makes it look more interesting. And then I think we're going to bop into the unicorn as well. Fun! Oh no, murder duck! I knew it. I knew murder duck. Someday I knew that was going to be my fate. I'm going to get taken out by a goose or a duck. I am pretty sure that that's how I'm going to go out. It's going to be something just really stupid. Probably not hanging out near a bison or a moose, because that at least I know better, but it's going to be probably something pretty stupid. Like I'm running from a bee and I trip and die. Like that's, we won't get too into this because I think that's pretty morbid, but like, I don't know. I feel like that's probably how it's going to happen. Waterfowl. Don't see yourself out because you just earned yourself 1 glump kashnillion gold star points. Enjoy. They can only be spent here, but like that's a lot of gold star points. Slip on a banana, absolutely. That's gonna be how I go out, is slipping on a banana. Would you like a banana? All right, let's go in now with a little bit of white. And then for contrast, we're gonna add into our white just the teeniest bit of purple to make that white stand out even more. That's actually a neat little trick. If you have like a candle or fire or something that has a lot of yellow tones in it, and you want your white to really stand out, add just a teeny bit of purple. It makes that white really pop. You just have to be careful not to mix it in at all or it gets kind of muddy, but it really works. It makes that white pop. Pibbity pop a dop a doo boo. Okay, then I think let's go in and start adding some of our Pippity Pop colors into the unicorn. So I'm going to need a clean brush with a little bit of blue. And we're going to just sort of add in some of those little Ditaronis with cheese. And Ditaronis with cheese, yes, please. All right, so... And then I'll kind of tip or tap it to make it a little bit more subtle and good. Just in general, just look good. That'd be good. Maybe I'll even add a little bit of purple into this blue because I think that'll make it look more fun. But yeah, I could see myself slipping on a banana. I could totally see that. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I wasn't using cerulean. I was using turquoise last time. So we're going to switch over to turquoise. Bullhorn, hello! That looks pretty good. Thank you. How's it going? I hope you're super dupes. Definitely a little bit of a different style today. It's more of a... Well, actually, we're riffing off of Lisa Frank. It needs more cowbell. I have a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. How's it going? Bull, I hope you were super duper. Let's switch over to turquoise, because I think that's just a little bit more bright than the cerules. But yeah, happy Thursday. We are painting a Nazgul on top of a unicorn in the style of Lisa Frank. If you don't know who Lisa Frank is, she's the one who painted all of those like really sort of sparkly, crazy dolphins that almost every middle school girl had in like the late 90s. Would love it if the Grim had a pink robe. Perfect. Pupper emojis. Oh, those are so cute. I love the one with the heart and the sody pop. That's adorable, Dawn. I loves it. I loves it, my precious. All right, and then this goes all the way. But yeah, there is a little bit of rainbow in the cloak. So that adds like a little bit of that adds just a little bit of zippity pow, I think. A little bit of zippity zop, a little bit of pippity pop. All good things. All good things. Just adding in some of the swishity swish. But yeah, how's your day going, friend? Hope you're having a good one. Wow, it's already 3 o'clock. I just looked at the clock. It's been 2 hours already. We've gotten a lot done so far, though. I'm pretty dang happy. We still need to do the tail, and we still need to do, a couple of other bippity bops, but we're making good progress. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. All right, and then... And then this is rainbow, so I'm not going to touch that yet. And then let's actually add in a little bit of blue over here. I am going to blend this out as well, so it's not quite as sharp, but at least at first, I want to leave these things like a very hard edge so I don't lose the overall shape skadoodly-doo. Okay, and then there's the shoulder, and that comes up pretty far. That comes up like, it's not the shoulder. Sorry, it goes up to the shoulder. And then I do need to add some purple as well, but we'll do that in a minute. Maybe it's purpling. I would add actually a little bit of red onto the rim, but I kind of like the contrast of the blue against that orange. I think that makes it really pop. And again, this is cartoony. It does not need to be realistic, of course. So I'm just not going to worry about like, what would the light actually be doing in this scenario? Well, none of the things that we're doing here currently. And that's totally fine. I do think I'm just going to go ahead and skip those kind of weird shapes she's got going on. I'm not a big fan of that, so we're just going to do our own thing. You can go your own way, go your own way. Hello, Sandra Rose. How's it going? I think maybe it goes here. I think that's the sound the volcano would make is, yeah. I don't know. I'm not a volcanologist. I always thought volcanologist was the study of Vulcans from Star Trek. Apparently that's not true. I guess so. But yeah, Sander, welcome in. How are you doing, friend? I hope you are super dupes. We are working on a very, very silly painting today. And by silly, I mean my masterpiece, and I'm going to retire all other types of work, and I'm only going to work on stuff like this. It is a Nazgul riding on top of a Lisa Frank style unicorn. Wait, that's not true. Heyo. But yeah, how's it going, Sandra? I hope you're super duper duper, super duper duper duper, super. All right, then we'll do zippity bippity bop. I am gonna do some tibber taps, but not lots more delicious. All right, let's go find yet another clean brush skadoodly-doo here. We're gonna add some purple onto this. Aw, Sand, shucks skadoodle. How have you been? How's life? Hope you're doing great. Let's add a little bit of magenta into that to keep that color from getting too dull. And we're gonna go add a little bit of white. I do want to keep this color nice and bright and happy. This is going to be kind of like our shadow color, the shadow nose. There's a little bit of purple that goes along the leg. And then actually there's a little bit more blue as well. So we're going to just tipper tap that. But yeah, what are you up to? How's your Thursday been? Hope it's been super dupes for you. This is sort of like a community project. My friend Crack 3D Fox Studio suggested this, and of course I immediately freaked out. I think I started drawing it almost the next day, I think. Planning the reference, drawing it out. Like, it was an immediate gut reaction that this needed to happen. Anyway, so here we are. I think it's been 3 streams that we've worked on this. Hiatus from drawing, back into it. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Glad you're back enjoying some art. That's always fantastic to hear. How neat is that? I think that's pretty neat. All right, let's get in a little bit more of that sort of dark, saturamufflated paint. There we go. And painting's back. All right, bum, ba-da-dum, do. I don't want to drag too much of the orange into the leg because I do want that to look really, really bright and popalicious. But yeah, sometimes you really do just need to take a break and kind of refocus and do what you gotta do. And it's your thing. Do what you gotta do. Zoop. This part of the unicorn is ripped. Like, its legs are ripped skidoo. Legendary vegan, hi. Legendary vegan, hi. Hello, vegan. Happy Thursday. What are you up to today, friend? Hope you're having a super duper day. But yeah, I just want to make sure that the outside of the unicorn is very clean and crisp. Because it's a little bit more of a cartoony style, I do want to make sure that it stays very clean. Like Mr. Clean, but a unicorn, obviously. All right, what else do we got? We got a little bit of purple down along this leg. Again, I don't think I want to paint those little peculiar shapes. I think I'm just going to keep the horse very white and clean, and then we'll kind of add in a little bit of blendification on the inside of it. I'll blend out from the inside. Yeah, he doesn't skip leg day. Grand Squirrel Master, welcome in. A lot of rearranging in my room. It's been, it's for the best, but it's been exhausting. I can imagine. A ton of room to set up my studio better. Heck to the yes. That is such a good feeling. I did a very minor clean in my art room because I couldn't really walk in here anymore. Once it gets to that point, yeah, it's probably time to clean. Haha, uh-oh, it was a disaster. Cheerfully abysmal, oh no. Well, hugs to you. It's good to see you, Squirrel Master. Thank you for popping in. Vegan, thank you for popping in. It's good to see you both. Sandra Rose, good to see you. Hello, and this is the tale of Sparrow McGee. Sandra, thank you for the 15 boats. Thank you, thank you. We are making a Nazgul riding on top of a Lisa Frank unicorn. There's sparkly volcanoes, there's sparkly lava, the Eye of Sauron, Mount Doom, rainbows, just so many things. And no. This is about, I mean, I'm going to clean it up a little bit more, but this is going to be about the level of finish. We're going for more of a cartoony, fun look with this one. Yesterday, we did actually start a new painting. Oh, absolutely, Squirrel. He can run across lava. Will bite your hand clean. It'll bite your hand clean off, Mr. Frodo. But yesterday, we actually started this painting. We started working on the skull. So this one's going to be on stream for like a couple of months while I finish the layering of my other Alice in Wonderland painting off stream. So I'm super excited. It's been really, really great so far. Also, Sparrow, last week you subbed to the channel and I owe you a doodle. So if you would still like that, let me know. Let me know. I've got my little sketchy book ready for you if you would like a doodle. There's never any pressure if you sub to the channel and you want to just hang out, but it's my way of saying thank you very much. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, the unicorn will absolutely mess you up. Absolutely. Actually, you know what? Let's take our white. And we're going to blend using a little bit of this rather than our blendy brush. Because it does need a little bit more paint. So we're going to start to add in a little bit more pep and zing. A little bit more pep. Sketch of a pot-bellied lizard in swim trunks. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so a pot-bellied lizard wearing swim trunks. And for those of you who are new, this is what I lean on while I paint. I put my elbows on this, and this is where my Twitch name comes from. This is the Be at Easel bench. And that's how I came up with my Twitch handle. I'm named after a bench. What's wrong with that, right? All right. We also need to do this as a painting. It's a Rococo Smeagol with like the big hair and the comb and the collar. So that definitely needs to happen. All right, Sparrow. There you are. So a pot-bellied lizard in swim trunks with goggles. So we need the big old goggles. And then we have the neck. And let's have the giant belly. There's that pot belly. I don't know if this is a specific type of lizard, but let's have his little hands kind of resting up on his belly because that's what lizards do. And then let's give him a belly button even though he hatches out of an egg and it makes no sense. It's a bench but an easel. Exactly. Yeah, hashtag lore. It's a beasel. And then let's give him some swim trunks. And then the tail would be coming out somewhere around here. There we go. Tiny little legs. And hold me closer, tiny lizard. Doom, 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 doom. Do, 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 do. All right. He doesn't like people looking at him while he's swimming. Actually, let's make these a little more round. Then let's have 2 little teeth sticking out right here. Hopefully this isn't actually a specific type of lizard that you give him claws. Okay, we can do that. We can definitely give him some claws. He's almost like a little baby dinosaur. Oh, I love dinosaurs. Let's talk about science and dinosaurs. I do love them though. And then here's his belly. He has a belly button even though he's not a mammal, so that's cool. He came out of an egg, so I don't know how that works, but let's not worry about it. I should have given him a pool floaty, or a fluel plody, as I was about to say. Pool floaty. Nope, still got it wrong. All right. Sparrow, here is your little pot-bellied lizard living his best life. About to go swimming. He's just happy to be here. Thank you again for the support. I hope you're having a really good day, Sparrow. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. A Nazgulicorn. Let's continue doing a little bit of blend skadoodles here. Get some pop, get some pep, get some zing. I'm super happy you like your sketch. But yeah, what are you up to today, friend? What's on the bippity boppity dockety? A little bit of medium in there. I actually need more paint. I need more white. Wonderful, marvelous, that lizards care for thee. We do still have the tail, but honestly, other than adding sparklies, we're getting pretty close. Welcome in, cows. Charlie the unicorn can't get away. It's a magical Leoplerodon, Charlie. He didn't say anything. How's it going today, friend? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, we're gonna do some blendular tipper taps. Kind of smooth out the blue, smooth out the purple. Poiple, I do apologize, I mispronounced that. Get a little zing in there. Classic zing skadoodly doo. Winning a fight Nazgul with his unicorn of Sir Danny and Pancake Soda Pop. Well, I mean, I think ultimately good is going to win over evil. And even though the unicorn is a really good influence over the Nazgul, in his heart, he's still pretty dang corrupted by the will of Sauron. So I have to say Danny, because I do believe in the power of good. So I gotta say Trash Man's gonna win it. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, Leaf Sheeps. I'm gonna stick to it. How's it going, Moom? Hope you're doing super. Atomic Widget, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. From all of us to you. How's it going, friend? But yeah, no one can escape Charlie the Unicorn. That's a much faster answer than I expected. I mean, this is just like, that's my knee-jerk reaction. You know, I mean, think about Samwise. There is some good in this world. And it's worth fighting for. And if anyone's good, it's flipping Danny DeVito. It's flipping Danny DeVito. Okay? I just, that's what my heart is telling me. And at this point, now I'm too entrenched in my answer, so I can't change it now. I can't change it. Won't change it, in fact. Can't stop, won't stop. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta go with your gut, you know? You gotta go with your gut. And in this case, Danny DeVito is much like a microorganism living in my gut. Woo! Never expected to say that. I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring. And then I start eating garbage. But yeah, Atomic Widget, how's your day going? Could Mary Poppins defeat Pinhead? Absolutely. I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't know anything about Pinhead. I've seen like the movie poster and I've seen fan art, but I don't know anything about Pinhead. So just based on my previous statement that good should win over evil, because I'm assuming Pinhead is evil. I don't actually know. Anyway, I'm gonna say yes. Mary Poppins, you don't know what she's got in that purse, okay? We don't know. We have not seen the full extent of Mary Poppins' arsenal. So, I mean, for all we know, she's got like a bazooka in there. It's impossible to know. It's impossible. You are correct. Yes. Whew. Man, I'm glad I passed. I passed the test. I will diminish and go into the West. An epic battle of good versus evil. All right, so Mary Poppins would win. The Trash Man would win. All of the good folks win over evil. And I'm really happy about it. I'm just really happy about it, you guys. Mary can make people disappear into paintings, which is a little terrifying. She's like something out of Greek mythology. I totally forgot she can make people disappear into paintings. Uh-oh. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage. See? Like, listen to the power behind that Trash Man. It's raw power. And quite frankly, I feel like the unicorn and the Nazgul would hear the pure heroic cry of the Trash Man, and they would flee. They would flee. Even though the unicorn is good, the Nazgul is kind of not. Hello, friends! Hugo falling, and Hugo falling, Hugo falling. Hello, friends. How is your stream? There's a pretty interesting video on YouTube. Ooh, well, feel free to, if you're in our Discord, feel free to drop it. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Beadiesel. I'm a traditional painter, drawer, and professional rambler. How is everyone? I hope you're all super duper duper. How was your stream? Pikmin, thank you for doing the shout out for Hugo. Welcome in. Wang Geed. Welcome. Faded Fawn. Craft break. Woo! Welcome in, everyone. Okay, we're allowing the word Pinhead. Figure it out, Nightbot. Hello, Hugo Fallen. How the hickety heck are you? If y'all are not following Hugo, one of the most incredible sculptors here on the Twitchiverse, and just a super duper duper nice human. So if you're not following already, please click on that shout out link up in the chat. But yeah, what were you up to? What were you working on today, friend? I will have to check that out. City, how you doing? Wangeed, thank you again so much for the follow. I really, really, really appreciate it. Today, friends, we are working on a very, very silly painting. This is a Nazgul from Lord of the Rings riding on top of a Lisa Frank style unicorn. MacGyver, hello! It is My Little Pony. It is My Little Pony. Boom! Oh, sweet. Can't wait to see that. I'll have to check that out. This is oil paint, actually. This is oil paint. Thank you, Fawn. Thank you. You love the composition. Thank you so much. But yeah, Hugo, if you would like to share what you were up to, please feel free. Diablo 4 boss. This weekend as a sculpt. Nazgulicorn looking nicely disturbing. Yes, I'm so happy you like it. I'm having a ton of fun. It's been unhinged and beautiful. So let's have a look-skadoodle at Hugo's Instant Grandma. If you guys are not following my friend Hugo, here's what you're missing out on. Absolutely incredible painting. Ooh, sweet. Star Wars. Oh, no need to share. Oh, too late. Just amazing work here on the Twitch, here on the Instant Grandma. So if you guys are not following, truly amazing work. Thank you for that first time chat. Avocado Koala. Avocado Koala. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, Hugo is just absolutely incredible. I love your work. It's just so great, so detailed. I love that you paint the sculptures as well, and that they're in full color by the time you're done. I think that's just the coolest thing. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you again, Wang, for the follow, skadoodly doo. But yeah, please feel free if you have anything else you want to share. I'd love to see it. MacGyver, I hope you're doing super dupes as well. And yeah, this is the kind of work that I do normally, so we are having a little bit of a departure from our normal type of work. I'm a hyper-realist. I also do alla prima paintings, which is just a slightly faster style of painting. And this is our main project that we've been working on. Aw, hugs to you, Hugo. I appreciate you, friend. You're too kind. But yeah, so this is the type of work that I do. I do a lot of Alice in Wonderland themed hyper-realism. For those are my two loves when it comes to art. This is a painting that I've been working on. The concept started in 2022. I started doing concept sketches. We created the, absolutely, Sander, feel free. Feel free. But yeah, we started the concept for this in 2022, photographed it, the reference in 2023. And then I started drawing this out towards the end of 2024. We've been painting it ever since. Thank you so much. It's definitely a passion project. It's something that I've been wanting to tackle for years because I've always loved this scene from Alice in Wonderland. So we're doing this. We're also starting a brand new painting on stream. Also Alice in Wonderland. I'm going to be working on that next Tuesday. But yeah, we also do some super cursed stuff. This is Elijah Woodpecker. Have a great day. Don, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, friend. But yeah, we also do really cursed stuff like Elijah Woodpecker. There's also Weird Alpaca. He's here to haunt your dreams. And he will appear at the foot of your bed. It's just going to happen. Only if you own the original painting, though. But yeah, so that's the kind of work that I do. I also paint like little Pokemon. These are going to be available this upcoming Thursday on my art drop. But yeah, let's check out what Sander Tootle popped into the chitty chat. I love your work. I really love how clean it is. It's absolutely beautiful. That little dipple dapple of red. It does remind me sort of like tattoos. You know, like this would make a super duper clean tattoo. I don't have any tattoos, but I like watching other people draw tattoos and I like looking at tattoos. I don't actually have any tattoos though, but that's what it makes me think of. That might be the record for saying tattoos the most in any given sentence. But yeah, really like your work, Sander. Guys, click on that link and make sure that you follow Hugo as well. Just an incredible artist here on the Twitch. And Twitchy. I'm going to drop the Instant Grandma link into the chat so you guys can follow. Oh my gosh, Weird Alpaca tattoo. Yes, absolutely. Yes. All right, let's do some more blenderonis with cheese. Get this unicorn looking a little bit more clean. And then pretty much we just have some rainbows to apply and some sparkle. I can fly twice as high and take a look in a book. A sparkly rainbow, a sparkly rainbow. All right, there we go. But yeah, Hugo, so good to see you. Thank you again for the raid. Thank you to everyone who's been hanging out today and, just keeping me company. We had some really interesting debates earlier. Who would win in a fight between the Nazgul and the unicorn and Danny DeVito and his unicorn? And I just knee-jerk reaction. I think it's Danny DeVito. Good wins over evil. And even though this unicorn he's definitely not evil, but the Nazgul, yeah, he's still pretty evil. He hasn't really let go of his ne'er-do-well ways. BT dubs, I love the phrase. Is it a phrase or is it one word? I don't actually know. Ne'er-do-well is one of my favorite things to say. Ne'er-do-well, my honey. Okay, let's clean up this edge. Zoop. I just want to make sure that it's very, very clear that this is meant to be a goofy cartoon. I'm not, of course, going for real skadoodles with this. Very, very cartoony. So I do want all of the edges to be really clean. There is a possibility that I might have to go over this one more time when it dries. Boop. I like this one. I like the design. I do really love how crisp and clean all of your work is, Sander. It's very, very clean. BEA to the beautiful, to the beautiful, to the beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I really, really appreciate it. I love seeing what y'all are up to and what you've been working on. So thank you very much indeed. Let's do, again, this unicorn's kind of ripped. So I do want to emphasize that just like he does not skip leg day, okay? This unicorn do be absolutely ripped. Okay, so we got dip, 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 dip. Let's do a little blend skidoo here. There we go. I think that's looking pretty clean. And then I'm probably going to do one more whistle schwaspel right on his belly. Get in my belly. Just because I want that to be nice and smooth. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the tail, which is a bit of a rainbow tail. Rainbow in the sky. That makes no sense, but it's fine. So let's just go ahead and paint in as clean as we can some little wisps here. And then we're going to add the rainbow color on top. That seems to work the best. They have horsepower. Absolutely, they have horsepower. And you get caught up in the horsepower and horsepower. I do love that. Anything could be set to the Crossfire theme song, BT dubs. If you really just believe, which I do. All right, and then we're gonna do really make that edge nice and crispy, like a Rice Crispy treat. Make sure that white doesn't get too, they do. A unicorn! I just got that. It took me a few seconds, Widget, but you just earned yourself 1 glump capillion gold star points. 1 glump flasnillion. And frankly, I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for you. I could cry. I'm so happy that I could cry. So dumb. So good. And that feels good. Bootin' dootin' dootin' doo. Rootin' doodle dee doo doo. Okay, I don't want to cover up all of the little lava splishy splashes, so I'm just going to leave that be. I'm going to leave it be, my precious. Okay, and then let's fill in this. But yeah, I am very happy to be able to paint something so completely deranged. It just helps get some of those what's the word? Crazy feelings, you know, like the derangement that you tend to shove down into your subconscious. Just let it out in a visual form. And here it is. And I've had some pretty great suggestions from people on this one. BT dubs. Next month, we are going to be reinstituting community art challenges. I don't think we're going to do them every month, just because I think people probably get burnt out. We're going to do them once in a while. But next month's theme is going to be Jimothy. Jimothy the raccoon. So if anyone wants to join in on that, I will be doing a post about it on the Discord. So keep your peepers peeled for that. The theme will be Jimothy. Dust bunnies. Dust bunnies. I just wanted to sing it as the Crossfire theme song again. All right. So we've got our little horns here. Jimothy. That's right. Classic Jimothy. I do wish Jimothy nothing but the best. Nothing but the best for Jimothy. So mine, I guess, is going to be in space, shooting lasers out of his eyes at a trash can spaceship. Or wasn't it the sun? I don't remember. It's going to be one of those two things. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a post about that for everyone who wants to join in. It will be an evening stream, so more people can join. And we're going to be doing like a little showcase. So I will try to do the post about that really, really soon to give people ample time to do their own rendition of Jimothy. Okay, let's make sure that this is nice and blue, because that'll stand out really well from our lava, you know? I mean, you always want a little bit of contrast from the lava. A little bit of contrast now. All right, and then we'll do this right here. Let's switch over to our pink brush. Welcome in, Maud. How you doing today? Welcome in, my welcome in. How is your day going, friend? I hope you are superty flooperty. We're working on interesting drawing. This is a Nazgul riding on top of a unicorn. And he's living his best life. Honestly, they're best friends. They tell each other secrets. Like, they tell each other all their secrets, and there's a lot of them. When you're a Nazgul, you've got a boatload of secrets, let me tell you. I don't know from experience because I've never been a Nazgul, but that's the word on the street. That is the word on the street, that they just have a ridiculous amount of secrets. Mama Jimothy in your drawing. Oh, that'd be so cute. I'm good as long as you're good. I'm having a really good day. It's been a good day. First thing I did is I picked up my niece from basketball camp. That was fun. She's a delight. And then, you know, dropped her off at my bro's house. Got to chat with them for a few minutes. So yeah, it was a really good day. And then got ready for stream. Got stuff set up. Had some quick lunchy. Yeah, it's a good day. Glad you're doing good. All right, we're also going to paint in, how much pink is on this? Always a little bit of pink, you know? You can't have, I don't know if you can have too much pink on a unicorn. I don't think so. Or should I say, I don't think so. Woo, abandoned him. So she deserves the limelight. Absolutely. She's a good mama raccoon. I do love raccoons. One of my favorite animals. Honestly, I love raccoons. I love their little velvety, perfect grabby hands. That is one of my all-time favorite things. We went to this one zoo and they had baby raccoons and we fed them corn niblets. And they grabbed it with their little perfect velvet grabby hands. And I did lose my teeny tiny little mind. I'm not gonna lie, like I've never fully had a grasp on my mind, but in that moment I lost it all the way. It's no good unless you lose it, come what may. But yeah, Mama Jimothy, she is the mama of the year. Mama, ooh. All right, zippity bip. Let's grab a little bit of Lerman yellow. Is Lerman a word? I think it is now. Let's just make it a word. It's a word if we say it's a word. Did I get paint all over me? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I got yellow. Yeller? All over me. I actually have to go wash my hands. I just smurgled yellow all over. That's not a small amount of paint. All right. I will BRB. I'm also going to heat up my coffee, so I'm just... well, it is. That is true. You are not wrong. Guys, I'm going to take a super fast break. Give me like 2-3 minutes. I gotta go wash my hands and I'd like to heat up my coffee. So, BRB. Okay, everyone. So we had a bit of a stream oopsie-doodly doo. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're back. Let me know if y'all can hear me. You might need to refresh. Refresh, go to where you want to go. So let me know if you guys can hear me. It seems like we've had a bit of an oopsie with the stream. Yep, okay, you can hear me. OBS has disconnected, so I think we're back. Yep, we are. Nazgulicorn is back. So technically, this is part 2. How about that? It's part 2 within part 3. So it's part 2 and 2.5. Sure, we'll go with that. Oops. But yeah, we had a bit of an oops-skadoodly doo. But yeah, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me, everyone who did. Anyway, refresh. I think it's just my internet is being a goobery goobatron. Okay. So let's go continue with our rainbowification here. Adding in a little snumble ploof of yeller. Snumble ploof of yellow. Zoop. There we go. Add some pippity bippity bop. The unicorn went up Mount Doom. Do 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 do. There we go. It just adds I like adding that little bit of white. If I was doing a long-term painting and I had any sort of rainbow effect, I would just go and paint it with the color itself. But since we're doing this a little bit faster, it does help to add that white down to make it a little bit more bright. You were watching Minecraft videos. That's fun. All right, and then I think we're going to do a little wisp of yellow right along the pink. And then I think we'll add some green in there as well. But while we have this on the brush, we're also going to do the hoofs and the swishily doos. Yeah, the stream actually started over. I don't know if it was OBS or if it's our internet. Sometimes it's a little bit of both, but that's okay. Thank you, friends, for sticking with me through the lockup skadoodle. I feel like we are getting, every once in a while, we get one of those lockups. And that's fine. As long as we get back to business. Look, we're very busy. We have things to do. We have things to do, Mr. Bigglesworth. All right, let's get a little bit of yellow over here. All right, now we're going to switch on over to green. Yeah, really, really good progress today. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any green on my palette. Let's use, I think we're going to use cadmium green because it's so punchy. So we're just working on the unicorn tail, the unicorn hoofs, and then I think we're going to add some big time sparkle. So what we'll do is we'll grab a teeny, teeny, tiny little brush, and we're going to add in just straight up sparkle to this. The other thing I'm going to do is when I finally get to varnish this painting, I'm going to physically add glitter into the top coat. Because why the heck not? Now there was a time when I needed glitter so. All right, then we're going to add a little zippity bit of green here. Oh, these are rainbow hoofs, all right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got the Kool-Aid guy back there. I love cadmium green. It's super opaque, super duper punch skadoodly. I loves it, my precious. What is it got in its nasty little package? Thank you, Hugo. I had just a ton of fun with that. So I saw these little figurines that Digi got when he was a kid. He lived in Japan for a couple of years, and he got these little Pokemon figurines for 100 yen, and he got a whole bunch of them, and we found them in the basement one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do a painting of those. Those are so cool. So what we did was we made these little paper backgrounds with like the shapes cut out. So one of them, it had fire, one of them had leaves, and then one of them had lightning, and we backlit it in the photograph to make it look like it was actually glowing. And a super duper fun project. I had a lot of fun making the little cutouts and such. And then we used 2 different colored lights to light the figurines themselves. And it was really fun. It was a really, really fun project. So, anywho, that's how we did that. And then, you know, the usual, draw it out, get it all shippity shaped. Yeah, it was a really fun project. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm glad you like it too. And they're teeny tiny. They're 3 by 5 inches. So it's one of the smaller paintings that I've ever done. And oh my gosh, what a hoot and dinger of a blast. All right, let's get a little bit more of a punchy blue. But yeah, what's next? Next on the docket for you, friend? What are you gonna be working on next? All right, we do need 3 inches isn't small. I think it's just I'm used to working on a generally speaking, my precious. The smallest I do is like a 5 by 7, but yeah, I guess it's not that small. But yeah, what's next for you? What are you going to be working on? All right, let's get a little bit of purple in there as well. Definitely need a little bit of purple. Just teasing. But actually, there are some people that do on Twitch, and I don't know if you've seen them, Hugo. They do like microscopic paintings, like for real, using a microscope. That's how they do the painting, and I think that is insanely cool. Baron of Bile is one that does that, and I just think it's really neat. It's pretty neat. You know he's back like he never left. He never left another day, another breath. Soapies, how's it going, friend? I'm so glad you like it. I am having way too much fun. All right, we need more purple. I have a fever, and the only prescription is more purple. Oh, it did. Yeah, it locked up. It locked up. I think it's my internet, though. I don't think it was OBS. I do think it was the internet, because we are having, I don't know, we're having some issues with internet outages. Yup, the stream restarted. Teehee. Just on. Oh, sweet. Oh, extra. Wait, why are you putting the PG? Did someone do something not PG? Did it? Did Dunn do it? I don't see anything. Anyway, Justano, thank you for contributing another 2,000 points. That's amazing. Oh, Hugo making... What? Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, gotcha. Totally went over my head. Yes, fantastic. Yeah, what is this, 2021? I do sort of, I did enjoy those days. Even though there was so much jank, those were beautiful times. Just hanging out in the living room, Blender time, all of the beautiful classic things. Thank you so much for contributing another 2,000 points. All right, let's get a little bit more zippity pow going on here. But yeah, this has been incredibly fun. But yeah, Soapy Soaps, how's your day going? I saw your video on the Instant Grandma. Oh, you wanted to simulate... Okay. Nazgulicorn. And that's how the unicorn became best friends with a Nazgul. Sorry if you missed that story. Seems like we were having a simulated lockup. Oh, no worries. No worries, Oriole. We will get there. Honestly, we are well on our way. In fact, we can go the distance. I don't care how far. Somehow we'll be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. Let's get some orange in there. I almost forgot about orange. Orange, you glad I remembered? Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. But yeah, Soaps, how be you, my friend? How's our little baby Bijou? I hope she's feeling much better. All right, and then let's get a little bit of orange, kind of in this blankular spot. I've never actually really watched Pokemon. The main reason I wanted to paint these, I don't dislike Pokemon by any means. I do enjoy it, and that theme song flippin' slaps, by the way. It's one of the best theme songs of all time. But I never really got into Pokemon. I didn't really get into a lot of that sort of thing when it was, I mean, it is still incredibly popular. But yeah, I just never really got into it that much. I do definitely like Snorlax a lot. Big old fan of Snorlax. That is for dang sure. But yeah, I just really kind of fell in love with the shininess and the cuteness of those little figurines. So I really wanted to paint it. But I don't know a ton about it. But I have cried at other things. Like I cried watching The Office. When Jim and Pam would fight, it made me so sad. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. Now we're going to add some sparkle to this. But yeah, I never really got into the cartoons or anything. Remember when Pokemon Go was just like an absolute phenomenon? Phenomenon, do 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 do. Phenomenon, do 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 do. All right, so we're gonna add in a little bit more sharpness to the hoofulars as well. There we go. That's looking a little bit more like, it needs a little bit more zippity pow on some of these edges. Snorlax is something to aspire to. Absolutely. I agree. I would love to be able to Snorlax the day away. Snorlax in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Doodle-dee-doo, doodle-dee-doo, doodle-dee-doo. All right, so we're just going to add a little bit more zippity pow and clean up some of our edges because it definitely needs it. I feel like every painting in one way or another needs some zippity bippity pow. Yeah, I do think though, if I were to become a Pokemon, I would want to be Snorlax. That just seems so great. I mean, based on the name alone, I just like the name Snorlax. It's so good. Hello. Double easel all the way. So bright and vivid. Night Skeptic, how are you doing, friend? Hope you are a super duper there, friend. Welcome on in. Today we're painting ourselves a little Nazgulicorn. Just enjoying all the silliness that comes with it. Yeah, how's it going? That's a bop. That's a bop. Heck to the, I like a good bop. I like a good bop. All right. Add in this little snumple bumple. Yeah. It definitely needed that, though. It definitely needed that. All right, more sparkle. More is the best Pokemon. Sylveon is the best Pokemon. I don't know if I know that one. I am a big fan of Snorlax though. I think part of it is one time my friend Soaps, who's in the chat, fell asleep on my sister's living room floor. And at the time, my sister had a little beautiful kitty cat, and she did not like it. She didn't like that he was on the floor. And so we called him Uncle Snorlax, and it just was like this really funny. I guess maybe you had to be there, but anyway, we started calling him Uncle Snorlax, or Snorlaps, as I was about to say. The car keys, and it drives my sister nuts. But yeah, I would say one of my favorite ones is Snorlax, but I do really like the classic ones. Like I like Bulbasaur. I do like Pikachu. I think when I think of Pokemon, I think of it in two ways. Which one has the funniest name, and which one would be the most fun to paint? Because I think in very limited terms. Very, very limited terms. All right, let's add in a little bit more sparkle here. This music is oddly perfect for what we're doing. We're going to make the sparkles just kind of swirly whirly. Napping the side room. Yup. It's like an absolute classic moment, Soaps. It's a good one. Can I say I hate Slowbro? Who's Slowbro? Yeah, Pikachu's a classic. I cried when Charmander was left outside. I do tend to get very emotionally involved in things that I watch. Hence, I cried when I watched The Office the first time. I still cry during Lord of the Rings. There are still several scenes that make me cry in Lord of the Rings. I get very emotionally invested in what I'm watching. But yeah, Soaps, that was honestly one of my favorite Jackbox moments. And then my favorite, we were just talking about this, but my favorite, what the heck is it called? Among Us moment is when you popped out of the vent. You're like, what? I'm just doing my tasks. I was we were all weeping. It was so funny. Here we go. There we go. Pink monstrosity. Fantastic. It's just not honest. I love the whole honest, not honest thing too. All right, more sparkles. We need the lava to also be much, much, much more sparkly. Much more sparkles. Nothing is complete without it. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. I love the not honest thing though. Yeah, we went to an art show and we were rating the prices of paintings as honest and not honest. Like the cardboard box tower. I wasn't a big fan of that one. There we go. Sparkly lava river. Heck to the yeah. BT dubs, this is going to take so stinking long to dry. And I'm just going to say it. Worth it. It's worth it. Just because of the sheer amount of white that I'm adding. Party City. Heck yeah. I mean, there's no better lava than sparkle lava. All right, I think we're going to add in over the blackness of the Nazgul just to add a little bit more fabulousness to it. Yep, definitely a good choice. Just a little swirly whirly stream of sparkles. Look at all these little doers. In fact, I think we'll even add in a few like little swishies. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Digging that. We're going for it, kids. We're going for it. Ooh, sparkly lava cake. Heck yeah. Streamers. I do feel like Just some little swirls are all we need. Yep. More sparkles too. More sparkles. Gray Havens. That is such a good choice. That is truly one of the most, like, breathtaking pieces of music ever composed. Let's add a little bit more sparkle to his armor as well. Yep. That was a really good choice, though. Love that, Leaf Sheeps. This is still not enough sparkles, though. Let's keep going. We need to add sparkles over his tail. We need to add more sparkles around the feet, too, I think. Let's add in a few sparkles around the tail skadoodly-doo as well. I'm thinking big sparkles around the tail. Big old spark skadoos. Yeah. And then more sparkles around the feet as well. He'll never feel defeat. The bird painting, I was seriously impressed. Oh, thank you. I am super duper happy that things, because I mean, you remember what I was saying the other day. So I've just been a little bit more consistent about it. And I'm really happy with how that one, the response to that one was really, really positive. So, I mean, it's exciting because it was a little bit discouraging, like, what happened here? But yeah, I super duper appreciate it. I really, really do. And I'm happy that it seems to be working out as well. And I don't even, how do you say that? Exigger? I can't even say that. It seems like fun, though. Seems like a hoot. Like a real hoot nanny. Alright, then we're going to do... I would like to sort of make the feet pop a little bit more against that lava. There we go. Yeah, I think that needed that. But yeah, I think the last thing I would like to do... Executor? Like executor? Oh, executor. I'll get it. I'll get there in the end. I actually do have a lot of struggles when it comes to, I don't know, saying words. I don't know if y'all have that, but I definitely do. So I do want to darken a few spots here to kind of add some more punch. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little teensy bit of medium, and we're just going to darken up some of these like lava ground chips. Let's kind of sharpen up some of these bejurgly rocks too. Bejurgly? That's a word, right? Maybe it's bejurgling. The rainbow ducky. Oh my gosh. Like a rubber ducky? Yep. That's happening. A rainbow ducky. Okay. So let's do that. Where can I put that? Investigate. Oh, I don't know if I can say that. Investigatory? Is that how you say that? How do you say that word? All right, I think we're going to go red so he stands out in the... You had it in one. Investigative. I got it. I don't know if we can do rainbow because it won't stand out enough, but we will do a rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're so fun. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Okay, let's do that. Then we need another... Where's my little sparkle brush? Doogie. It's Doogie. Mesothelioma. Why can I say mesothelioma but not investigatory? I got it. Also, Isaac, how the heck are you doing? How's it going, friend? Hope you are super duper duper super duper. How's it going today, Isaac? So goal has been met. I'm really happy to finish this painting today. Super duper duper happy about it. My goal is going to be to finish on the bright side, you can say that easier than you can. What, mesothelioma or investigatory? I'll get it. I like to think of when I was younger and I would stay up until like 4 o'clock in the morning, and all you would see on TV at that time was ads to if you had mesothelioma, there was like a number you could call. Anyway, the one you could mesothelioma. I've said that so many times, and I've heard it so many times again because I used to stay up until the middle of the night. And anyway, you would just hear that word over and over and over again. So anyway, I'm very familiar with mesothelioma, not the actual condition itself, but just what it sounds like. All right, I do want to add in a few more criggle cracks into this spot as well. And also, thank you, Justano. It's been really, really fun working on this one. The next kind of goofy painting that we're going to be doing is a Lisa Frank, which is this style, the kind of rainbowy. But instead of a Nazgul, we are going to be painting a xenomorph in this style. So I think that's going to be a ton of fun. I'm pretty excited about it. So we'll be doing that. We definitely won't be doing it next week. Because next week is going to be the shoppy droppy. So if you're interested in this piece or any of the other pieces that we've been working on lately, that's going to be at 6:30 Central next week. And we're also going to be doing a really fun project. My friend Ninjicorn actually gave me a really cute birthday present. It's a hedgehog decorative garden stone. So that's what I'm going to be painting during the shop drop. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. Hippopotamus, they call me the hippopotamus. Flows that glow like phosphorus, popping off the top of this esophagus, rocking this metropolis, and not a large water-dwelling mammal. Why would you use that preposterous hypothesis? Did Stave tell you that, perchance? What kind of rapping name is Stave? Stave? All right, let's kind of make this shape a little more organic as well. I would like to break up that super duper straight line. What was the word I spelled the other day? And I spelled it correctly on the first go, and I was shocked. I don't remember what it was, but I'll tell you what I can't spell. Restaurant. I cannot spell the word restaurant. I cannot do it. I don't have the power. Is that literally epic rap battles of his? No, that's Flight of the Conchords. Flight of the Conchords, the single greatest band in human history. I did not make that up. Man, I wish I made that up. I did not. That is Flight of the Conchords, which is, again, arguably one of the greatest bands of our generation. They are the best, and I love them. The silent... Wait, what? What did I say? What did I say this time, Isaac? Okay, let's add in a little squirgle of lava right here. I just think that looks a little bit more organic. And BT dubs, the unicorn can 100% run on lava. In case we did get asked that earlier, so just... Oh, that's it, because I said I can't spell restaurant. Yep, restaurant. Restaurant. So it's A-U, and that's what I always switch up, is I always get the U and the A confused. So it's like restaurant. I'm sorry, that was really loud, by the way. I yelled that. Apologies if you have headphones on. That probably hurt your sound buckets. Yeah, I do like the extra lava crickle cracks. I think that looks neat. Yes, versus the rhinoceros. Yes. They call me the hippopotamus. Flows that glow like phosphorus, popping off the top of this esophagus, rocking this metropolis. I'm not a large water-dwelling mammal. Where did you get that preposterous hypothesis? Did Steve tell you that? See, I kind of lost it the second time. I do enjoy you struggling through Chipotle. I know it's Chipotle. I like to say Chipotle because it makes it seem more fun. But yeah, I do struggle. You know it, Leaf Sheeps. Yes. It's true. It is true. All right, let's add in a little bit more of the orange glow. Yeah, I think it needed more crickle cracks. Chipotle. It's capotle. That's 100% how I'm going to say it. It's capotle. Hey guys, I'm really looking forward to going out to eat. Where should we go? Let's go to Capotle. I love that. I'm going to legally change my name to that. So thank you for the inspiration. Come with me and you'll be in a world of Capotle inspiration. All right, let's add in just a few little bluebell flops of a brighter yellow. Just in a few spots. I don't want it everywhere in the foreground because I think that's going to throw it off. But we're just going to add in a couple bibble bops. Cheap hotel. Just get some extra jalapenos. Oh, excuse me. I would like a quesadilla with extra jalapenos, please. On the double. I'm in a hurry. Okay. Pretty happy with this. Honestly, pretty dang happy. I think it's done. I think maybe there's a few more spots of white that I wanted to add, just to add a little teensy bit extra of zippity pow. But yeah, get yourself a quesadilla with extra jalapenos. That's how we roll. I do want to add like just a little bit more white to the horn. I think that could use some zip and some pip and some kapowie zowie. That's the ticket. Just a little bit extra. Much like all of our personalities. Just a little bit extra. And then we're going to add in to the tail just a little swishel-do of white. Just a little bit. Okay. Guys, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I think we're done. Who did a thingy? Hello! Welcome in! Pyro's kitty tavern. Hello, Pyro. Welcome in. Raise your tankards. It's a tavern raid. Looks like you were playing yourself a little bit of Zelda there. How was your stream? Tell us all about it. Welcome in, Pyro. So good to see you, friend. What's the haps? What's the bippity baps? I hope you're doing super duper duper. Leaf Sheeps, thank you for doing the shout out for our friend Pyro. If you're here for the first time, I'm Bea Diesel. I'm a traditional painter, drawer, and professional rambler. Today, my friends, we are doing a super duper goofy painting. Oh, there we go. Stuck on the boss and had to power blip, but we still had fun. Glad to hear it. We are working on an incredibly goofy painting today. This is the Nazgulicorn. In the style of Lisa Frank, but with just a little bit of evil in it. Just a little bit of evil, Mr. Bigglesworth. But we just wrapped it up. other than there was one more thing I wanted to do. I wanted to add a little bit of extra tatter to the end of the robe. But yeah, this has been unbelievably fun. I think we've been working on this for 3 streams, and it's just been a hoot and a holler. It's been a hoot and a holler. Sauron's Lisa Frank fever dream. Yep, it is definitely a fever dream. But yeah, Pyro, if there's anything that you would like to share, any links you'd like to share, your shop, your website, please feel free. We would love to see what you got on there. What kind of goodies you got on there, friend? Yeah, just a little bit of extra tatter on the end of the robe. Feel Butler. But yeah, I'm very, very happy that we were able to finish this up today. So hashtag goals. After stream, I'm going to go make myself a little pizza. But I am going to launch directly into another painting this evening. So I'm hoping I can finish another one for next Thursday. We kind of do this once every 3-4 months, something like that. But I'm going to be doing a shop drop next Thursday at 6:30 Central. We always do like a small giveaway too. So yeah, there's going to be some giveaways. I'm going to be selling some original paintings and prints. And this is going to be one of them. This is going to be up for sale. Got a raid and friend feed the doggo. Wanted to say, oh, thank you, friend. Thank you. We're going to be checking out your website as well. So if you guys these are the cutest stickers ever. But yeah, if you guys are interested in helping support Pyro, really cute work. Love these stickers. They're adorable and I want them. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for bringing your community in. And welcome back everyone from Adskadoodly Doos. I love these. Love. BEA to the beautiful. Thank you again for the raid, guys. Click on that link if you want to just get some adorable stickers. And I think that's gonna be it for this for me stream as well. I gotta go get some food, get something to eat. But yeah, Pyro, thank you so much again for the raid. Friends, thank you so much for hanging out. We are gonna go find an art stream to go hang out at. In fact, it looks like Wheeler's live. We could go see Anthony Wheeler. Oh boy. So let's go. Yeah. Thanks, Oreo. I appreciate you hanging out. We're going to go see... Yeah, we could go see Wheeler. We could go see Skittle. There is... Who else do be live here? As always, the fantastic Margot Simone. There's so many great people. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Soaps. I'm really glad that you like it. It's been hysterical. I will definitely be doing prints. Oh yeah, we could go see Billiam. We haven't seen Billiam in a bit. We'll go see Billiam Babble. Yeah, I'll be doing prints of this. I'm going to be doing prints of a bunch of my other paintings as well for the art drop. A Crimson Monk. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Hoot Nanny. But yeah, next Tuesday, I think we're going to be doing our regularly scheduled hyperrealism. We're going to be doing stream number 2 of our newest piece. We just launched into this painting yesterday it was. So we're going to be continuing on with this on Tuesday. I'm so incredibly excited to finally be starting this piece. While I finish the other hyperrealism one off stream, I've been working on that one for 56 streams. So this one here is going to be back in about a month, 2 months, depending on how long it takes me to do the finishing layers. But yeah, so we've been doing a lot of hyperrealism for sure. So this one's going to be back on stream in a month or two. Yeah, friends, let's go see Billiam Babble. Looks like he's doing some pretty awesome line work. So please stick around for the raid. Let's spread some love. Can you feel the love tonight? right. Thank you again, Sander, for the boats. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for the raids. Thank you so much for the follows. I am super duper grateful for each and every one of you. All right, Billiam Babel. I'm going to be back on Tuesday at 1 Central for some more hyperrealism. There will not be a Patreon stream this weekend due to a scheduling conflict. So just FYI, no, there is our sub raid call. Here we go. If you guys want, you can totally copy that down. And yeah, thank you to my mods. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I really, really, really deeply appreciate the support. And yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Stay alive, ha, ha. Whatever may occur, I will find you. Guys, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend. Much love, my friends. Thank you again for everything. I am super duper duper grateful. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.